Kick.
Kick it.
Yeah. I guess we doing it different today. We're gonna let me get my my Android some action. This episode is brought to you by Marshall's Android.
We here though.
Yes, sir.
Mindful Exchange, man.
Mindful Exchange podcast.
Welcome. Mindful Exchange, man. It's a beautiful day today. Another Sunday, right?
Yes, sir.
And it's a beautiful day because Quest brought his brother-in-law to the pod.
Yeah.
Where's the clap at? Wait, where? Oh, hold up. Work with me now. Got it.
There we go.
Shit.
Yeah. So tell the people your name and why you came, man.
I'm James Peckham. I'm here to represent World Peace. My brother, we get into these conversations, and he told me about your podcast, and I'm like, yeah, I'm down. Like, let's talk. Let's shoot.
Dope.
Like, yeah.
What type of conversations y'all be having, man? Because he's a mindful dude, too.
Yeah. I mean, it always starts with something simple, right? Like, you're talking about action figures. I mean, my son is a big fan of Uncle John. Like, it's always doing wrestling, and they getting it on. And,
dope.
And then it always turns into, like, oh, you know, when we were young and how things were, and you know, you can't believe certain mindsets change so much, and you're just, and it always ends up, you know, it's never a shallow conversation with John.
Yeah.
So
Always deep, right?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So we always start off the podcast with asking how our weeks have been. So I'm gonna start with you today. How has your week been?
Busy. Yeah, these days, you know, I'm, you know, I do soccer in the community. I coach U5. I coach U10. You know, I got a full-time job. I'm running the leagues in the business there too. So it's
busy.
Yeah. Construction season. So weekend wasn't any simpler. All this rain, not making anything. We had weddings and promotional shows and everything else.
Deep.
So I'm glad to just be chilling here with you guys at the end of it.
That's dope. That's all we do is we sit here and we chill and we talk, shoot the shit, right?
Glad to have you, bro.
Shooting.
So what Quest was saying, you know, because me and Marshall, we don't know you as well, right? And we want to introduce you to the people because Quest speaks so highly of you. So tell the people about what it is you do, your business, and your lifetime career that you chose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So World Peace, a snapshot of it really is, I mean, we're operating in this gray market, the same thing as a lot of, we don't like the term sticker store because it's become associated with a specific type of environment, a specific experience, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so, you know, we acknowledge we're in the gifting operation, we're in the cannabis industry. You know, we operate on, you know, we offer engravings and different custom crafts, artwork, different things like that. And then there's, you know, a very complicated point system that nobody cares about. It's like, whose line is it? Right? Like, everything's made up and points don't matter, but it's legal in New York State. So that's what we're trying to hit up. Yeah. So, but I mean, ultimately, the bottom line is we're trying to be open and transparent in the community and show them that, you know, cannabis, this community that's been, you know, shrouded peek behind the curtain, you realize there's a lot of people back there, you know, wearing that same mask. All of a sudden you start taking it off and realizing you're like, yo, it's just all of us. Like, great people, you know, people you know and trust with things, and you wouldn't even think about it because, you know, cannabis has been this big boogeyman for so long, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, education
Everything
is our
looks
friend.
the same with cannabis eyes. Yeah.
This reminds me of what's that old commercial with the chicken? She's like melting into the couch.
Oh yeah, melting like a lime.
Yo.
Still looking for that strain. But.
So along with your so I don't know how to speak on it because I don't want to mislabel it. I don't want to. Should I say sticker store or should I like?
You can call. I would just. We are just cannabis gifting operation.
Yeah,
like that's
cannabis gifting. I like that.
Gifting.
Yeah.
So, along with your cannabis gifting store, which is a very clean. Well, I told you when I walked in there, I was like, "Yo, this is nice. I felt like I should be able to get a massage in there. You know
That's a whole fact.
Chill out, watch some TV. You know what I mean?
Hey, you guys offer a marijuana infused massage oils.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Yep.
Hey, before we get into it, you reminded me I wanted to say this to the people out there, and the podcast world. Any information you get today from this podcast, we are not professionals. I've been doing it for a long time as far as cultivating marijuana. Listen, let me finish. We are not professionals. We're professionals with a lowercase p.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So any information you get, you know what I mean, feel free to look it up, Google it. But we're not going to mislead you. We're all I guess you can say friendlies of the cannabis culture.
Still learning too.
And still learning. So yeah.
Thank you for that. Like that matters a lot too.
It does.
Like we talked about being, open and transparent, and like so we share our knowledge with everybody as much as we can. We want you to feel. I'm glad you felt comfortable because that's 100% what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
We want you to go in there and you shouldn't feel like you're unsure if you want to ask something.
Yeah.
Like it's always kind of a slow burn to get going. They're just like one quick question, and then before you know it, it's just like everything. But we always punctuate everything with like make sure you talk to your doctors. Make sure like be open and honest with them. Do your research. It's a quick Google, man. You got that device in your phone.
Use it.
Knowledge is your friend, man.
You know what's crazy? When I left the studio the other day, me and P, we were walking in front of Main Street. And one of my old clients, he was one of my old residents when I worked at Catholic Charities. He walked up behind me, and he said, "Excuse me," right? And I didn't know it was him, and he was too close. His voice was too close to my ear, so I just turned around. I was about to hook off on him. As soon as I turned around, he said, "Cap." I said, "Tim, what up?" And we just hugged each other real quick, right? I said, "Yo, how you been?" This and all. He was like, "Yeah, I've been good. I've been real good, but yeah, I just had to go to the store over there and get me some sativa." He was coming from your shop.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm better now."
Yeah.
And then we just had like a 20-minute conversation, but it goes to show how your effect in the community has been. You know what I'm saying? Because people need what they need. Weed has never been one of them things that, like alcohol, can cause or lead to violence. You know what I'm saying? And Tim is a good dude. He used to be on pain meds and stuff like that. He's not on them now. So he's able to go to your shop, get the cannabis he needs, and continue on with his day.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
And that means a lot. And shameless plug here.
Yeah.
We have doctors that shop with us, and they say, like, hey, if you can't get to a dispensary up in Johnson City Veteran, they're like, yo, go to World Peace. They
That's
know
dope.
their
Oh,
stuff.
that's
like,
fire.
That's
like we
dope.
obviously, for obvious reasons, we're
That's
not trying
dope.
to give any
That
names.
cosign is huge.
Right.
Right?
That's dope.
Right?
Wow.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I used to go to
And
Johnson City.
it speaks for itself. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
That shit expensive.
It's fuck, and it's
I was spending I don't even smoke weed that much. I was spending remember when I first started going out, I was
we
happy
took a
to get
trip.
my
You took a trip
my
out there. You
marijuana
spent
Card, yeah, I remember you was
I
you
one
was
of the
lit
first
when you
ones.
got
he spent $17,637 for a .002 vape.
Yeah, I was giving that away to everybody that I love. Like
That shit was halfway gone, halfway back from Binghamton.
Word up. So my thing is I have multiple sclerosis, right? And I'm very open about it. I've been diagnosed for about 16 years. So I take a health first approach when it comes to it. So even though I'm not the biggest marijuana consumer, the same way they'll give you medication, I'd rather consume something that's natural.
Yeah.
So when they opened the dispensary out there, I was like, yo, let me try it out. Got approved for my marijuana card mad quick. Then I went out there and I was like, damn.
Yeah. Them taxes.
These is
man.
crack prices.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
And there will always be a place for dispensaries too. Like there's something you want to clarify. Like we're by no means a replacement for a dispensary.
Yeah.
We are adult recreational use. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that you can't, get what you need.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's always going to be a place for dispensaries where your medical license, where you're getting strains that are high in particular cannabinoids. Like
Shit, I ain't been back there since though.
yeah.
$400 a month. I was like,
Yes, yeah, man.
Yeah, no, they're trippy, man. Those I don't know who's doing their economics with those taxes, but I'm like,
how does it make sense?
well, you could charge them. Well, I could go on. You got a lot of time.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah,
Let's let it flow, bro.
Yeah, these taxes, like they could make so much money if they just open the floodgates. Like think about how many Elmira, every corner there's one. Now, as of right now, you're not collecting anything.
Yeah.
If you opened it and even just charged a small percentage to start and then increased it over time or whatever, is there any problem you can't fix with that income?
Yeah.
Like how many states have legalized it already?
Damn.
Right? Like you're trying to make it perfect it's an
It'll
it's
bring
an
more money.
idealistic.
It'll bring
Yeah,
more money.
it's a-
You can change. You can fix the community.
Yeah, it's
You
a
can literally fix the city.
yeah. They want to pretend that they're trying to nail this perfect bullseye, but it's a pipe dream.
It's not gonna. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah,
I always
so,
wondered what was the hold up and stop it from going full bore.
Politics, bro.
well, yeah, exactly. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's the money." I'm like, "No, if it was the money,
politics.
they could just tax it at regular sales
Yeah.
tax rates and whatever, and then
Or
adjust things."
grow it themselves and sell it themselves.
Right?
What's their biggest Achilles heel that they usually lean on when they, instead of just saying, all right, we're going to do what you're saying because it makes most sense? What are they saying? Like, but like,
The way I feel about it, they're trying to figure out how they can get the most. Just like history.
Well,
How can we get the
not
most?
not even how can we get the most? How can particular people they want get
Exactly.
the
That's what I'm
most?
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's included in that.
Yeah.
Them, the lobbyists and the motherfuckers with the money.
how can we make
Yeah.
sure we get more than everyone else?
Yeah.
Is that
Man.
basically what it?
And how can we control it? We have to control it. It's
Yeah.
just some sort. I mean, we can't
And
do
they-
it now, but there's going to be a way.
Yeah,
They're gonna
and
figure it out.
and their big boogeyman they're using right now is the, how do you know it's safe? How do you know
Yeah.
it's, whatever? But I mean, people been getting from their local guy for
And that's
Eons.
when the legacies come into play.
Yeah.
I'm considered a legacy, but I would have to go through. Actually, we're both considered legacy.
Yeah.
We would have to go through so much shit
Yep.
in order to even get licensed or even get. So there's a thing now, right? They're dealing with these lobbyists. I dealt with there's a group out of Rochester. I can't remember their name, but basically the lobbyists what they want us to do.
Is it the
if we
Green
wanna,
Coalition, maybe?
The Green Coalition. Yep. Shout out Green Coalition. If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. Check them out. They're out of Rochester.
It's close.
But basically, in order for me to be considered a legacy grower and get a license to cultivate marijuana, they want to know, how long we've been doing it, where we're getting our seed from, where we're doing this with this, how much we made. No, I'm not going to tell you how much money I made. You know what I mean? Because obviously, it's been black market. I'm not paying taxes. So what they're trying to figure out is, okay, we get lawyers. We got lawyer-client privilege, you know what I'm saying? So we'll have the lawyers deal with the lobbyist. So that way we can give the lawyer the information. He can give it to the lobbyist. So that way I won't get in trouble. But it seems to be a hiccup somewhere. You know what I mean? I would rather bring you to my farm you've been growing for 20 plus years than grab the kid that just came out of, let's say, Princeton Grow School. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of the top grow schools in the world. So, okay, he has a science behind it. Okay, he's dealt with this for the past 4 years. I'm going with this dude right here that's been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes
Hands
sense.
on. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
And that's what we tell people too. We're like, and I was kind of chatting with you guys about this before.
Yeah.
Like we're middlemen. We're not trying to pretend. We're not trying to sell you our grow. Like, and we'll talk about some of the guys we deal with. But they know the science. They've been doing it for however long. We trust them. We sat down. It's a community thing. You know what I mean? Like it's all about doing the best by working together.
Yeah.
Some of the whole is always more. Like that's my opinion. So. You guys all come together with the same message, the same delivery. You're always going to get better. You're always going to get higher quality.
Yeah. I mean, when you work together, you definitely get a lot more done. There's been such a bad stigma on marijuana for so long.
Yeah.
And it all falls back on money.
And
Big pharma.
I'm somebody that has I would say even a neutral position on it because like I've never been a heavy consumer, but I also always understood the importance of allowing people to have access.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I had to take pain meds before. And me and Quest were talking about that the other day, and it's like, if I had alternatives to having to take those pain meds, a lot of things could have been different. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when I had to stop taking those pain meds, I didn't realize I was going through a withdrawal.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit
And a
was
lot of
crazy.
people
And I'm a
don't
strong guy. It wasn't about strength. It was about something being readily made available to me.
Yeah.
You go to the doctor. This is what they tell you need. You trust in that doctor. So you do what they tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But since I've never been a heavy weed consumer, weed wasn't even an option for me. It just wasn't a thought.
Yeah.
But that could have helped way more. You know what I mean? Like,
I've seen it help my mother, man. And that's when, like I said, that's what that stigma, pain medicine. Like, damn, we're making billions of dollars from this legally. So we're taking this plant, this poppy plant, we're infusing it in these pills. Now we're selling heroin. They're making billions of fucking dollars.
That shit's crazy, man.
One marijuana plant, a knockout 3 or 4 fucking medicines these people are taking. Anxiety, inflammation, stress. It kills it.
Yeah.
But who, you know what I mean? You go, okay, we can make hundreds of thousands from this marijuana. And we can make billions from these pills.
Yeah, that's money.
So
man.
don't smoke weed. It's a gateway drug. You're going to go crazy. You're going to kill your parents.
Yeah.
Devil's lettuce.
Your ass going to be hungry. You're going to eat all
Yes,
shit in
yeah.
the kitchen.
What you going to do? You the
I
worst
don't like
thing
smoking
ever
weed
happened to
that
me?
much because that shit makes me eat.
Yeah.
So for somebody that doesn't smoke weed that often, right?
Yeah.
And I regulate what I eat very often, I notice with a hyper sense how much weed makes me eat. It makes me break my
And that should be delicious, don't it?
That'd
When
be
you
the
got
best
the munchies,
shit.
you
You
be
be like,
like,
yo,
yeah.
why? I'm lactose
That's the worst thing ever happened to me,
intolerant.
bro. The worst thing happened to me,
Ice cream
smoking weed,
tastes
bro.
So good.
The worst thing, 2 worst things happened to me while I was attempting or after smoking reefer.
Right.
After smoking, I ended up with indigestion a couple hours later because I ate the refrigerator.
Yeah, bro.
The first time I get home, like I'm gonna wait till I get some smoke. I'm gonna get home. You'll be like, yeah, it's a long day. I get to the house, break up the weed. Yeah. I ain't got nothing to roll it up in. I cried.
Bro.
I gotta get back in the fucking car. Go back to
Yeah.
the store. Yeah. That's the worst.
Man,
That's
I
the
used,
worst.
to, I used to roll my joints up in like, I remember I rolled my joint with some Bible paper once upon a
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I've done
Oh,
that before.
he was feeling that.
smoke
He
weed
went
up,
right to
bro.
confession.
And
Yeah,
and
yo, I'll
happened
never
after that?
forget.
What happened? Anything bad happened after that?
I got high.
Yeah, right. What happened? What happens if you smoke crack?
I don't know. I never smoked crack.
So no, wait, hold up. Here's the real question.
Somebody else there.
Somebody, I don't know what the fuck happens when you smoke crack.
Here's the real question, though, John. What book was it?
Oh shit!
Which verses was
I'm
you?
glad you asked that. That's a good question. It actually was one of the.
Better not have
He
been
knows.
Revelations.
Nah, peep it.
That's a very good
Peep
question.
it,
What
peep
book
it.
was it?
It wasn't none of the books. It was one of like the interlude preface pages. It wasn't
Oh.
actually part of the
So
book
it
with
didn't
the
have-
words.
It didn't have ink on it.
He was too
Yeah,
scared.
it had ink on it. It had ink on
wasn't
it.
a real-
It was part of the
But
book.
but it wasn't the actual the books of the. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just smoke. Nigga,
So,
I,
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What made you make sure that it wasn't like part of the book and it was just like
Into just from the way that
you
I
was
was
scared,
raised.
huh? You was scared, huh?
Yeah,
You like,
because
God,
listen.
forgive me for this.
Hold up.
I need
He
these
was
papers.
But guess what though? Guess
I
what
was
though?
about to ask her, were you praying while you was rolling weed? Like, yo, no, you
Nah.
know my heart, Lord, I got to get high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't smoking the words, you know what I mean? I can still read.
Yo,
with
peep
you
it
know what
though.
I'm saying?
And that's the funny thing about it is because, I mean, I don't want to go into my little bag, but
Yeah.
No,
you know,
go into the bag.
religion got brought to me by fear-based energy,
Oh, yeah,
anyways. So
Yeah.
Me
I
too.
can relate.
it was
Me
all
too.
fear-based.
Yeah.
It's if
Control.
Can I stop you real quick?
Yeah,
real quick?
man.
And I'm going to let you get back to
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm good.
It's
That's all
fucking
I'm saying.
crazy because, so I can relate. My brother said he can relate.
I peeped it.
It doesn't.
I peeped it. I know.
Go
I
on,
know.
go on, man.
But
if
that's
anybody understand what I'm trying to say, then yeah, y'all can relate.
yeah, man. Consequence first. You know, consequence disguised is love on the latter part. You know what I'm saying? So that's been ingrained since I was a kid, going on, you know, to Elmira Christian Center, trying to get that candy to go on the bus.
On the bus.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So
The candies wrapped
Main
up in
motivation.
yeah, man, bus bucks and
I
what is
might still
vacation
have some
Bible
bus
school
bucks,
and
bro.
all
Bus
that.
bucks.
I might have some of them in my attic.
I
man.
was asked
Oh,
about
shit.
that. I'm like, Mom, these dudes just showed up and you just let me get on a bus with them for 2 hours, like
You
3
trust them?
hours, and come back.
Imagine that happening now. That's crazy.
Not a chance.
Oh,
we talk
nah,
about that. Like Dominic,
Yeah.
somebody just came knocking on my door. Was like, "Yo, we want to take your son for a couple hours."
Man, you finna get the fuck
About
off
to
my
get your ass
porch.
whooped.
Good.
You gonna get your ass whooped in the name of the Lord?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah,
man.
man.
No, sir. No,
Yo,
sir.
quick question. So we started off, and I asked you how your week was, but
We didn't talk
flow
about
through.
him.
His
But-
engineer, the engineer.
No. So we asked him how his week was, but Quest, how was your week?
Tough.
Oh shit.
Tough week. You know what I'm saying? Lost a brother, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? From the sandbox. You know, introduced me to a lot of things in life.
Yeah.
Experienced a lot of firsts of everything. You know what I'm saying? unfortunately, he's no longer in this physical realm, but he's still here with me, and
rest in
and
peace.
all those
Rest in
that
peace,
love him.
bro.
To Adam.
Yeah, Adam Brown, man, I love him, man. That's
Good
my
dude,
guy,
man. He was a great guy.
Funny too.
Yeah, man, my biggest cheerleader for music and everything in life, but really, he was like low key my underground Mr. Miyagi that would be in my ear hyping me up throughout the years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What was that he said about your project?
Oh,
You still? Where's your phone at?
that's right here. So.
Read that.
Read that
You
message.
gotta read that
to us.
message, bro.
Yeah, man. So
'Cause that's love.
So what happened was we had to push the release of the album back, unfortunately, through musical
Comes
politics
with the
and
turf,
things.
man.
And I had to break the news to Adam. Oh, where that? And he be talking mad shit. So you know what I'm saying. So here it is. He said, "All right." So he said, "Quest, with all due respect, but what the fuck? I done moved down south and lived the whole second half of my life, moved back, started a new life, been to jail, came home, watched Soda Pop, which is my daughter, who when she made her first rap when she was 6, she was like, soda, soda, soda cans. What flavor do you like? You know what I'm saying? So he calls her Soda Pop. So he says, I seen Soda Pop go from a freestyle about soda to becoming a young woman. My little cousin caught a body.
Damn.
Did 10 years, came home, and you still ain't ready.
Still ain't ready.
This is very unprofessional, Mr. Ross. He said, all I'm saying is, fuck a classic. This shit better be a fucking masterpiece.
Word. Yo, shout out, man.
That was love.
That's my man Adam. That's how I really kept it, and he was the reason why I actually started smoking weed. I smoked my first blunt with him on my mom's back porch in the same house she live at right now.
Yeah.
You want to know why? Because he said, yo, them Lucky Picks niggas smoke weed, right? Why you think them niggas so nice, son? You want to be nice like them niggas, right? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, shout out Adam, man. Rest in peace.
I'm pretty sure I seen that in one of those Dare commercials. That exactly
son,
was like, yo, he was.
Son, it's funny you said that because today I was talking to him, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, son, you was the best peer pressure nigga ever, bro. The master.
He peer pressure you into positivity.
Yeah, man. He knew what buttons to push.
Yeah, through peer pressure.
Yeah, bro. He knew, man, like
positive pressure.
Growing up in the hood, man, he was like, I was like the only one in our group who was like an only child. So they were all older brothers and had siblings, and you know what I mean. They ingratiated me.
You was like an only child, or were you only child?
Well, I mean, when I get my brothers, I'm no longer an only child. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
got you.
But I mean, they it was funny because they kind of.
You never gave me only child vibes. Ever. I never thought about that.
Yeah, man. Only child, man. But all of my friends have
Quest
siblings.
was an uncle the whole time I knew it.
Everybody was uncle.
Quest was old when I met him. He was just an uncle.
He your uncle?
Nah, man. But I mean,
Uncle Q.
It's just that's the toughest part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just another one of many brothers who, I don't make friends, I make brothers.
Real talk,
you know what
man.
I'm saying? Like I love every one of y'all, man.
Word
like
up, man.
I'm just
Love
glad.
you too, bro.
I'm just glad
Word.
we all here.
Yeah.
With all due respect, I'm just
Yeah.
glad. Like, but besides that, and having to push the album back, which it's all good. I'm getting good reviews from the underground people who got the album.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Enjoying it. So the physical copies will be here Tuesday.
Dope.
So trust me, I'm
Tuesday,
gonna be putting out
that's 2 days.
Tuesday, yeah. So I'm gonna be putting out an APB on the book. Like, hey, come get them while they hot.
No. So I'm reserving 2 of mine right now. I want 2.
Okay.
I need 2 put away, but I need 1 autographed. And I
Gotcha.
want it with a Sharpie marker. I don't want no.
With your fingerprint on it.
Yeah, fingerprint on it.
A little bit of your DNA and clone you.
The last 4 digits of the social security number.
Yo, chill, fam.
Your address.
Yo.
A piece of my beard hair on it.
No. I don't need the beard hair.
Extra $20 for that one.
Nah, I got you, though.
I think you should specify how you
I'm serious though. We started laughing and shit. I'm sorry, Cap. I love you. I need 2 copies.
I got you.
I need 1 Sharpie marker.
I keep a Sharpie in the whip. I got you.
Yo,
I know what they smell like. I don't want no bullshit knockoff shit from Walmart. I fuck around and be like, yo, and my girl, let me look at it, and I go to give it to her. And when she pull it from me, I got marker on my thumb and shit.
Chill. Nah, I got it say Sharpie on the side.
All right.
So I think you should specify before we move on that motherfucking message you had with the dude from CD Baby about your release, because that shit was, when I read it, I was like, Quest was tight.
Please read it. Please read it.
Son, yo, it failed authorization or certificate, whatever it is, to be released because my cover of my album didn't spell out Johnny Quest in comparison to my artist name is Johnny Quest, JQ for short. Really? Because it didn't say Johnny Quest on the front cover.
You was trying to G up the dude too. When I read your the screenshot, you was trying to G up the dude from the company. Like,
it had to, man.
It wasn't going down.
Yeah,
sir.
it was like, yo, are you sure that so I really gotta do a whole new cover, or what I'm saying? Like you can't just. I said you can't just push this through. Like you can't just do that for me.
Nope.
Like
he said, sorry.
I almost was like, yo, you make music, right? Like that's what I was saying, but I'm like, hold up, nah, this is probably some dude who's just at the desk like I'm at my desk right now.
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna stick a little Johnny Quest on somewhere. If it look
what you need to do is the same cover, just take that J and that Q, spread it out a little bit.
I can't. It's already. It's like a finished painting.
Yeah.
So only can add layers to it. So what I was gonna do is use Microsoft Word and
just put
my
Johnny
name
Quest in the corner.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a little white sticker in the corner that fits. Like there it says Johnny Quest. Now put my shit out, my man.
You know what's funny though? If you would have did that, right? Say, depending on the program you used to do that, it would have changed the ratio of the cover, and then when you resubmitted it, they would have said, well, it's not 3,000 by 3,000, so now we can't accept it. It's little stuff like that. I was telling you, like, there's so much technical shit that comes with releasing music, bro. It's not even about the music. It's about the timing, the quality of the file. We went through that before, too.
Yeah.
Logistics.
Yeah, it's so much little stuff. A lot of the dudes that I record, when they release their projects, they release them right from here. They'll schedule a session, come here, and have me set up their release for them because they don't want to deal with all that little shit.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
That shit's crazy, man.
Yeah, and I thought we went through it with a fine-tooth comb,
We did.
but I know.
But we did.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Either way, when it do drop, though, I'm very confident that you're gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? It's a very intimate album, mature. What's the another word? I mean, it touches so many different things, but I really gave my all on this, and it's gonna sound like I've been working on it for 15, 17, 20-something years.
Because it was.
Yeah,
and the reason why though,
You didn't even have no facial hair.
And you got to understand too, like everything Adam said in that message was the truth.
it was a whole fact, bro.
Our life.
Damn.
Yeah.
But you know what? I had to live though to make it what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
There was things that I didn't experience in life and feelings that I wasn't able to express to beats to make it done.
Some real
you know
shit.
what I'm saying? But I always had a finished product in my mind. I'm talking down to the features. Down to the features, who I wanted on the album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you set a high bar because you brought everybody together.
That's the way I always envisioned it, bro. I always envisioned the album to be like a Shadyville album.
Yeah.
You know?
Classic. So now that this album is done, ready to be released, what do you think about the next one? What plans? Any names or ideas for the next
Dutch.
Yeah, me and Dutch, man. We got to do this. The Witzburg kids for Adam. I was just talking to Dutch yesterday. You know, he's hurt too, like all of us. Across the whole town. But
Yeah.
I mean, growing up from the concrete in the Berg together.
I think you guys should get it done as soon as possible.
I think so too.
I think you guys should keep. I mean, it's never going to go away because somebody that close to you, it's unexplainable. But I think you should get in there as soon as possible and hold on to that freshness. And and really,
I agree.
Because he's gonna be there when you do it.
Yeah, and I gotta make sure that I keep his critical mind because he would always, check me, either motivate me or make me feel like I wasn't going hard enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was always that for me, you know, and I love him for that, yo, because I wouldn't be who I am, you know, but in the same token, I feel like another piece of me has died, you know, and that shit is hard, bro.
Condolences, man, and R.I.P. to Adam, man.
Yeah, man.
I can't say he was a good dude because he left a heavy stain on this world, a positive one. So he is a good dude, and he'll always be remembered. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Word up.
Shit.
And my man always has some good reefer, boy. Every time I see him, I'll be driving by because I'll start, yo, you need to ride? No, I'm good. Never want to ride. I'm like, I know you good. You know what I'm saying? He see me, yo, Mom, I got that. Yeah. Every time he probably one of the few people when I go get bud, I'll break it up. I got the. You ever see? Yeah,
I got to take this shit.
You get that from. Don't worry about it, nigga. You want some? I can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he definitely has some good flowers. Speaking of which, Mr. Flower Man over here to the left, you haven't said anything, huh? You say you don't smoke, but you've been quiet.
Yeah.
Like you've been smoking. Or is it edible? It's one of them delicious cupcakes you guys got?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
Man, tell us about your cupcakes.
Yeah,
Man.
what you got on that table over there, man?
Yeah, I mean, we got everything. So, I mean, a big part of cannabis when we were going into it and realizing the flexibility of it. Like, one of the things for me, you know, I'm an asthmatic. Like, you know, smoking is hard. Like, I can't do that for my lungs. Like, so I mean, you start looking into it, you do your research, and you realize, damn, you can do freaking anything with it. Like, so we got some, you know, sugar. You can do sugar. You can do oil. You can do tinctures. If you're not familiar with that tincture, it's like usually a grain alcohol, and it uses to strip the trichromes. You could do a lot of different things with it, but I mean, even with just those three simple things, I mean, I don't really do the butter too much. A lot of people, you know, go by that, but I prefer the coconut oil. But you can, I mean, think about anything you cook with. Sugar. What do you put sugar in? Well, now you can infuse it. What do you cook with oil?
You can infuse sugar with.
Yeah.
Weed?
You can infuse just about everything.
Damn.
Yeah.
So no, can we we got a camera set up over here, don't we, Cap?
Yeah.
Let's
be
get some of
careful.
this.
Yeah, what is that right there?
Yeah, show the people what you got there and
Looks
explain
like
to
Parmesan
us.
cheese.
Don't it? Yeah, sprinkle some on the
look like
spaghetti.
Yeah.
What's that?
So this is a can of sugar. I mean, it's, you know what? Now that you mention it, I was telling you guys about our blog on World Peace.
Yeah.
We outline all of this stuff.
Yeah.
We're not trying to be secretive. We got no trade secrets. Anybody, you can Google this stuff.
Wide open with it.
Yeah. So, but this is cannabis sugar. So, I mean, it's made by using, you know, we use Everclear with the flour. We basically just shake it up. We let it soak, and then, you know,
So is it actually sweet?
Yeah. Well. So once it's done, you burn off all the alcohol. You mix it with sugar, and then when you bake it like on a cookie sheet or something that, it evaporates all the alcohol. But it leaves away all the THC and all the other cannabinoids in the sugar. So I mean, at that point,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is Kool-Aid. It's charcoalberry.
That's Kool-Aid?
100 milligrams.
Come get you some.
Can I mix that with my creatine?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, so you joke about it, but like, I know people that, you know, I was saying we don't do the butter, but like, they take a spoonful of it and just mix it in their coffee in the morning or whatever. And they just, like, you know what I mean? For us, the big part of it is always like, you know, this thing right here. Like, that's key.
What you got there?
So this is our T check. Like,
a what?
It's a T check. So this is what we use to measure everything. So that tells us, you know, how many milligrams per milliliter.
That's what you was talking about earlier.
Yeah. Well, because not everyone wants to eat a cookie and wake up a week later. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why I won't do the edible shit with certain people.
And so, like, I'm an academic. You know, I got a bachelor's degree. I've done a lot of technical reading. I'm an engineer by profession. Like, I like to know things. So that's where I am. But I mean, you see here, like, we got chocolates. We do a lot of the basic stuff at the shop. You know, we do cookies. She's super into these lately. If you haven't had any of these, now it's kind of hard to tell.
That shit look gooder than
But yeah, there's frosting in there and then 2 cookies, so it's like a cookie sandwich.
So are these just to show the people, or do we get to sample these?
No, these are your guys' ones. I brought these for you guys. Yeah.
Why did it take you so long to say it was our guys'?
Well, because I wanted it for the podcast. If you guys ate it all,
yeah. You're right. You absolutely right. So since we showed them that cookie,
yeah, you guys.
now that they seen it,
You gonna catch it?
Yeah, can we? Yeah, go throw it as fast as you want.
If I throw
let's show them the cookie. What's up, Quest? What's up? We gonna.
I ate mine already.
Oh, you ate one?
I had the brownie. I had a brownie.
So the cookies are
cookies like $2.50.
You turn me down?
Turn you down?
I can't hear myself.
I can hear you.
Or maybe can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Or maybe.
Clean.
Okay, if you guys hear me, cool.
Yeah, that's like that's 258 milligrams.
258.
Hey, if we're gonna measure, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell the people. 258.
Yeah, 258.
Usually, you get 250.
So
here at World Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they can get that Kool-Aid. They can get that Kool-Aid at World Peace.
You get 258.
Man.
So you said these cookies. Can we get a shot of this? So,
There you go, that's better.
So you said these cookies are infused.
Oh,
correct?
that look banging.
Yep.
Yeah, put that right up on the cam. Real close.
That look like the joints.
See the frosting.
That look like the joints we used to get in at school at lunch.
Damn it, dude.
Now, are these M&Ms or Reese's Pieces?
Wouldn't even eat lunch.
Nope.
I think they're
Eat the
caramel
cookies
M&Ms actually.
and then eat the lunch.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So, Quest, would you like a piece of this?
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, my hands are clean and stuff, so I'm gonna break a piece off and send it your way.
Yeah, so I mean, and like I said, we make the
Appreciate
basic,
it,
we make
kid.
the basic stuff, and we put it in the shop because most of the time people are just trying to scoop
Look,
something.
a
up on
perfect
their
piece just fell off for Cat. Look at that. Look right there. Look at that little. That's a perfect piece for you, bro.
Nah, bro.
It's tiny.
I'll wait till I go home. I'll eat it when I get home.
It's probably
Eat
only
it
like
now, and I'm gonna take
20
one.
milligrams.
But I'm gonna tell you what.
Peer pressure.
It might seem like I'm too serious sometimes, but if you stand firm in your position, there's a reason for that. So when I smoke weed when I take weed in any form, it causes my balance to be off, right? It doesn't matter. When I do smoke weed, I hit a bowl one time, and it's something to do with my nervous system. It has to do with the MS shit, clearly.
Yeah.
I don't have to be highly intoxicated, but you'll think that I was super drunk because my body just doesn't, like my left and right, there's deficits in my left. It just doesn't work. So when I say I'll wait till I get home, it's because there's no way I'm going to walk from here to out front and be stable. But when I get home, I can eat that shit and sit in my little chair
And just chill
and
out.
just chill the fuck out, bruh.
But that's good that you know that about yourself too, and that's one of the things that we try to promote. Like, listen, just because dude smoked whatever and it was good doesn't mean like you need to be careful. Don't just hit whatever.
I try to explain to people.
That's real, man.
And we tell them that like we try to label all of our stuff as much as we can,
Shit's delicious.
and then
Yo, that's banging.
like it's like what we talked about earlier. Like it's like we'll tell you everything, and like we're trying to earn your trust. I'm hoping what I tell you, you'll experience that and know that I'm not.
By being real about it.
Yeah,
and up front.
but the truth is, I need you to care for yourself more than I care for you.
Listen, my
Like you
first
said, Quest-
neurologist in Corning, that's what she would tell me.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm going to give you information. Her husband had MS too, so she was a little more passionate about it. But so some doctors that I've encountered, they get a little offended when you come in and you want to discuss things that you've researched.
Yeah.
With her, it was the opposite. It was like, no, I encourage you to look things up and learn more because you're with yourself every day, all day. And I'm with you whenever we have appointments. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope that you said that.
Age of
man.
information.
Yeah, man.
For real.
And I was like you said, I have people and friends. Oh, I smoke. I've been smoking all my life and blah blah blah. Edible. And I explained to them like, listen, it's different when you eat the weed.
Yeah.
It's actually better for you to eat weed anyway than to smoke it.
Yep.
I mean, you get high, but you're still burning off a lot of stuff that can help you. But as far as marijuana, when you eat it, it turns into another a metabolite. I've
So
said
it's
this
better
1,000 times.
to eat it.
It's better to eat weed. It's more.
Not as
It
bad
does
for your
more.
lungs.
It does, yeah, it's not bad for your lungs. Obviously, anything that you inhale with fire on the end of it, it has to be bad for you.
Yeah. Duh, nigga.
But, hey, can I get a little bit of that water, sir, please?
Yeah,
sir?
and so
By the way, them cookies are banging. Those sugar cookies?
yeah,
Please, can I
yeah.
get a splash?
And
sir?
so reiterating the same messages because I believe in
Thank you,
being
sir.
consistent with it. we are not bakers. Like, you know what I mean? We're not doing anything super fancy. We're just spiking the punch. Like, you want really good baked cookies, like Honeydukes, Lights Bakery, Country Crullers. They'll get you that really awesome, really cake. But if you want to get a little right with a good cookie,
the cookie was good, man. It's good you have that T scale thing there.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Well, because then you don't have to overdo it. If I really want to get someone rocked good,
rock world,
I can do it. I can do it without just adding a bunch of oil and messing up the taste. And you can play with that stuff, and like you get to do a little chemistry.
Like I was saying, the metabolite.
Yep.
It's called hydroxy 11. I think there's another name for it.
Yeah.
And it's so much stronger than THC. Damn. And that's
well, and that's what you were talking about too, the interaction with the endocannabinoid system, mouthful of words. Like when you're digesting all those other cannabinoids, like there's all those effects. That's not all THC, all that medical stuff.
Oh,
like
shit.
like there's tons of other cannabinoids. I mean,
I never knew that.
There's over 600 cannabinoid compounds in there.
He's told me so much stuff that, to me, being a layman when it comes to that information, it's still THC and then CBD, which I've learned more about.
Yeah, I mean CBD is one of the bigger ones, but now
over
that
600 compounds or 600 different.
and it's becoming more and more open as people are like, oh well, now there's grants to do research.
Damn.
The only thing that's really been researched heavily is Delta 9 THC.
Delta 9. That's what gives you that high.
Yeah.
So what was that? The stuff I told you I bought from that corner store by my house, the Delta 8.
Delta, it's like a step down. It's a step down from Delta 9. So basically, it's like just a compound in weed that it'll give you that relaxed feeling, that high feeling.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of them like them black market scientist shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you gotta.
So you can have. I mean, like, go ahead.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Delta 8, primarily because. I mean, the main thing is it hasn't been studied, so you don't know.
Right.
But I mean, it's from a plant. So, but the dangerous part is
in the corner store.
If you're getting it from like the corner store and
shelf
I should have brought that in with me because I used it one time and this was about a year ago, and that was the only time I used it. And then I asked him about it because I was a little.
Yeah, you were unsure.
Really know, so I left it sitting up there, and it's still sitting on my back porch in the place I set it a year ago. Bro.
That shit's like a McDonald's hamburger.
Yep.
That shit sit up there. It looked the same 45 years from now.
Is this meat? What the fuck is this?
It's a flower.
What was your guys' reaction when you heard the adult bookstore was selling weed?
I didn't know they was.
Shoot, listen, when I first got
synthetic
into
shit. Remember when you ain't hear about that shit?
Nah.
I'm not surprised at all, man.
I
felt like every time I was turning around, everybody was like, "Oh, well, we got a gifting situation too. Now you can get your hair cut, and you can get, you can do like people were just like, well,
they gonna be selling organs in that bitch next, huh?
Son, they were selling that fake weed. You don't remember that?
Oh, you talking about the K2 shit, maybe?
Yeah, is that what they call it?
I know years ago.
Like but that was the first
when it
time.
was like on the news and shit. K2 was crazy, and then over the year,
getting messed up.
Well, before it was called K2, it was the adult bookstore got weed. That's what it was. Yeah. And when I heard this K2, I'm like, what's K2? Synthetic weed. What is synthetic? I don't know. And then it jogged my memory because I think it was me and Adam. One damn time, son. I swear we fucked with that shit one time. He had they got weed at the adult bookstore.
Yo.
It got us high.
I ain't gonna lie, I tried that shit one time. I was working for this company out in the natural gas field. And I'm right over here by Hawthorne Court waiting for my man to come. Like, yo, I'm on lunch break. I'm over here by this where I need some smoke. You know what I mean? Bring something over. I got an hour. My man was like, yo, I got this weed I got from such because I'm on probation. I was like, I'm not smoking that shit, man. 40 minutes go by. I'm like, this fucking dude. He's like, you want to hell? I was like, give me the ball. I hit that bitch. Gave it to him and sat down on the back of the trailer.
Started streaking up Main Street.
I looked at him. He's like, you all right? I said, you ain't about to be. I said, you ain't about to be. I was like, what the fuck did you give me? He's like, yo, just relax. And I'm sitting on the back of the trailer like that.
Oh, shit.
I'm talking about high as a bitch for like 11 minutes.
So where does that shit manufacture?
And then it was gone.
I had no clue, bro.
Where is it made at?
I don't know.
Also,
it's some type of plant, man. Just like the salvia plant.
Yeah, it's from hemp. It's from hemp. It's cannabis, sativa.
There's a lot of plants that you can ingest and get medicinal purposes, or you can smoke.
Oh, so it ain't bad then.
Salvia. No, this not.
No,
that shit is bad,
the real
bro.
dangerous.
That
Well,
shit is bad.
the real danger with Delta 8 is that you don't know how it was processed.
Right.
Like with anything, like how I'm telling you guys, like sometimes processed is like a dirty word, right? But I mean when I make this stuff, I mean we use the same flour we sell you when we make all that stuff. Like so, but it's processed. But now if you got John chemist, wherever using,
How do you grow a Delta 8 plant?
well, it's a
And don't have Delta 9 in it?
No, it does have Delta 9 in it. But
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like the majority of the
is it
compound
like an extraction
is Delta
process
8
with it?
type shit.
well, so hemp you can grow just like cannabis you can grow and it's legal. It's about skirting that little bit of law. So you need a
Is
lot
there a
more
percentage?
of it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's percentages
Okay.
with it. So like anything that is less than 0.03 or 0.3% is technically
it's cool.
not cannabis.
Anything
It's-
over that, then they figure it can't. It's
so
THC.
tricky.
It's
yeah,
crazy.
so with that
tricky.
hemp, you can grow a whole bunch of it and then extract that Delta 8 and then play with it and you can do different things to get past the laws.
Yeah,
and that's why
man.
people
As far as
are,
I'm talking about as far as like because they got Delta 8 flowers.
Let's talk
Like
about
the flower.
some
What are you
extra
dipping this flower into? You know what I mean? Like how do you?
Oh,
get,
I know it. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when he came
like when
in,
they're like, "Hey, this is a pre-roll. Like there's
Yeah.
flour and it's
Or
it's
they had
Delta
the-
8."
Cap,
they
you might
had
as
the
well kill
glass
that in
jars.
there.
Or they had-
you might as well kill that yak
I
in
keep
it.
throwing this up
That
there
was
every time it
special.
hit me up because I want people to see his flask.
Oh
man.
yeah.
That's not listen.
Have you ever seen some shit like this, bro?
That's the
Well,
mindful podcast.
yeah.
You have?
So my sister worked at Things Remembered way back in the day, and they had a lot of
I never
flasks
seen
like
no
that.
shit like
Yeah,
that,
you could
man.
you'd
That's the
engrave on
mindful
them. and-
exchange flask.
I'm about to put a sticker on that bitch.
Yeah, we
man.
gotta get some signia put on there.
Yeah,
Let's
some
say get it
mindful exchange
engraved,
flask.
man.
Let me ask y'all a question, because the weed conversation is intriguing for me. Y'all sound like fucking scientists.
Not me,
You
nigga.
wanna
I
talk
don't know
about
nothing
you,
about
say.
that
I'm
shit.
trying to soak it up. You know what I mean? So what y'all know about? So when I had my fucking appendix removed like a year and a half, 2 years ago, I go into the ER, right? And the doctor was like, "So, have you smoked marijuana lately?" I never told him I smoked weed. I'm not a heavy smoker, so it shouldn't have came up in conversation. I'm fucked up.
Right.
Like,
Fuck you asking me
so
that for?
That's exactly what I said. My wife was with me, and I said, "Yo, why are you stereotyping me?" I was like, "Because I'm black, I smoke weed." And I'm like, He's like, "No, the reason why I ask is because within the last 2 weeks, we've had a lot of people come in saying the only thing they've done was smoke weed with the same symptoms that you have." But it wasn't weed. It was he didn't say it was a specific weed, but he said he didn't even say it was lace, but he said it wasn't weed that they smoked. So have you guys ever heard of motherfuckers? But it was my appendix. They had to do emergency surgery, took the motherfucker out. I was good. But have you heard of people like lacing weed ever?
I heard about that.
Or-
I remember back in the day they say people laced it with roach killer.
Spraying shit
Yeah.
with like
Right.
embalming fluid.
Yeah,
type shit.
I never encountered it. I don't think.
I remember they sold these like drops or just spray that you could spray on your weed and make it smell real fruity, like it was gassy. Remember back in the day?
Oh, I remember
back in
that
the day,
shit.
yeah, people selling it.
I
But you
remember
would,
that.
because when we grew up in the era where, you know what I mean, go up the road, get 5-pound bricks. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Compact
Shit with
bricks.
that-
That,
Seeds in
yeah,
it.
yep,
Come back to the
seeds.
house, and when you peel that bitch off,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Half a pound of seeds.
Yes,
And
sir.
then after a while, the BC bud came around. Remember the kind bud?
That's when I
Yeah,
started
it was the
growing.
kind. I remember.
It
Yeah,
was the green. Yeah,
Yeah.
It
it looked
was
like the Christmas
green
trees, the
shit.
little Christmas tree looking
Yeah,
joints.
and that's around that time they would start putting that shit on them, so it could smell or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And then that's the first time I heard it. And then the second time with this fentanyl shit, motherfuckers putting. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get that part. That's what's very, very scary. You know what I'm saying?
And the
Like,
crazy shit about it, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no,
Quest.
you good.
Crazy shit about it, like the bud nowadays, like the bud we got from Mass, good fucking bud. You can buy some good ass weed, take 1 or 2 hits and be golden. You know what I mean? Or you can outsource that shit, or take a fucking trip. You can go to fucking the other side of the country and get seeds. You know what I'm saying? Come back, grow your own shit. That's why me and my brother got into it.
Having fun with that shit, man.
What happened to the seed weed though? Where'd that go? It just disappeared?
So you know what's funny? So I'm not going to mention this individual's name, but this person isn't very educated on growing weed at all. I'm not the heavy weed smoker, but I like to grow weed. I have for years. So what he said to me was, there's no seeds in the weed now because people genetically modified it, right? And I had to explain to him, like, the process of weed having seeds is a male and female plant procreating, which creates weed with seeds. So if you remove the male plant from the procreation process, it's just a marijuana plant from a female.
Right.
He was like, well, what about the colors that come in it? I'm like, yo, these are different phenotypes, different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he literally was looking at me like I was trying to defend some shit that was like the devil.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? I'm like, yo, I said, all you got to do is read on it, bro.
That's it.
So that's what happened to the weed with the seeds. They stopped allowing them to grow together.
Yeah.
Why?
They
Because
realize
why?
When the male plant pollinates the female plant,
Well, less seeds, more yield.
Oh, got you. Okay, so the idea was let's
Less work.
eliminate the seed.
so when the male plant pollinates the female plant, right?
Oh wait, hold up. Do we got to do like a PG-13 thing?
Nah, we do whatever. We do whatever the fuck we want now.
Mindful exchange.
We're gonna have to,
Give it up.
about to learn some stuff, John.
Talk that shit. So when the male plant pollinates the female plant, right? The female plant puts less attention on potency and
They're
I
trying
hate to
to
say this
reproduce.
word because it might be a
No,
pause
you hit
word,
it on
but
the money, 'cause
like
that's what I
girth.
was-
You know, like being big,
Yeah.
strong, and
Yeah.
potent. We'll say that,
So
right?
yeah, because
Talk that shit.
the trichromes are actually a defense mechanism.
Talk that shit.
So like a plant or an animal or something eats them, they start getting all wigged out,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so they don't do it. So if they're not pollinated, they grow bigger. They focus more on that. When they
Yeah.
become pollinated, they start using their trichromes to produce seeds to reproduce.
Yeah.
We're about to die, so we want to continue our legacy.
yeah.
Got you.
You know, and that's where, like you said, phenotypes. And anybody don't know what phenotype is? It's basically you and your brother.
Yeah.
You got the same mother and father, but you look different.
Okay,
Genetics.
okay.
Genetics. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh,
what.
wow.
That's, yeah.
So I mean, you get work, and so those are some of the growers I'd like to talk about here at some point. We
Yeah.
got these guys know their stuff, like
Yeah.
they understand the difference, and we were talking about that a little bit here because we got some Gorilla Glue here, and it's like everyone's
real
heard
Gorilla Glue.
real Gorilla Glue because they got them certificates of authenticity. You know, them seeds are coming through. Like these guys know what they're doing. They understand that. You know, if you were to somehow find a seed in there, miraculously one got through
Yeah.
and whatever,
Yeah.
and you grew it, that's not the same Gorilla Glue
not the
that
same.
is, is here or was and that's all the phenotypes. Now, to your everyday smoker, they don't that don't matter to them.
Yeah.
That don't. But it's about building that trust and knowledge. I don't like you were talking about the doctor. You trust them
Yeah.
because they have the education.
Yeah.
That's the same way cannabis is heading too.
Yeah.
Like you need to know the people that you're getting this from aren't just showmen. They're not just flashing.
Right.
Here's a
Yeah.
glittery picture of some flower. Trust me,
Fooled
here
you,
you go.
bitch.
Ain't no refunds here.
So you don't. So you have you ever smoked?
No.
You don't like flowers?
No, I have an addictive personality.
Yeah? Oh,
So
okay, I feel ya.
so I avoid, I didn't drink,
Salute-
I don't smoke.
Salute
Like
to you, brother.
That's what's
Yes,
up.
sir.
So
Like-
let me ask you: Do you
My
like?
wife has always been like that.
Do you like? Do you like
She
Carolina
knows
Reaper peppers?
She has an addictive personality, so she
don't know what
refuses,
that is.
Like she won't drink liquor.
This is.
Dope.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish because I'm supposed to.
Well, he was talking about an addictive personality,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to. You turn to the side like you want the box or something.
No, I just
bro.
I just didn't want to be disrespectful while he
Big
was
boy
talking
gonna
about.
get whooped on the cast.
Because I'm not trying. I know his wife. I ain't trying
Yo,
to cut
look,
her off
look,
while he talk
hold
about
up,
Liz.
hold up.
She be
Hold
throwing
up,
no
hold
shit
up.
at me.
He pulled out the motherfucking.
That's what I thought I
Carolina
seen.
Reaper.
I was asking the young man, do you like?
I
Do you
tried to
like?
get the dude I was in a session with
Do you
the
like?
other day.
Why don't you just hush for a second, man? You're just fucking up the whole.
Sorry,
Just be
sorry.
quiet, please.
Sorry.
Sorry, sir. That was very unprofessional. We don't usually do this. He's
Nigga, you
excited.
do that shit every time.
Shit. He's
So
seen
let me
all the
ask you-
others.
Let me ask you again, sir. Do you like Carolina Reaper peppers?
I don't think so.
No, what they help like with your
He's an
like
intellect. He's gonna analyze that shit and tell you.
your endocrinium system.
Yeah, I
These are
heard
clean.
cringe
These are-
in there.
These are clean out. Hey, you know what? Take one home with you.
Shit.
All right, try it out. Let us know tomorrow. It's like a cleanser. All right.
All right, so Drano is a cleanser too, but I don't want to put that in my body.
Yo.
I'll take one home. I'll look at it.
You want to try? You can try one.
Better
Now.
watch your
You wanna try
hands
one?
too, man.
No,
We'll try one together.
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm not peer pressured super easy.
Word up.
No, I'm not.
Ain't nobody ever getting me with peer pressure ever in life. Ever. I don't give a fuck who it is.
Word. Not
If
not
Jesus
me
came
no
down
more.
and said, "Look, Try this Carolina Reaper pepper.
I think I'm
you ate the Jesus I know.
I think I'm gonna order
You ain't the
like some chicken sandwiches or something.
No,
Did you just hear what he just said?
Yo, what the fuck?
He the Jesus I know. You're not the Jesus I know.
I like to think about my Jesus wearing like a tux, so he was like, I like to party.
Picture my Jesus in a 3-piece.
You're crazy, man.
You're Jesus. He wears Hirachis.
Hold up. I think this would be a good time to segue into you wanted to get into your growers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Let's go into that.
Like we talked about, knowing who you deal with and everything. Like, I mean, let's face it, it's really not that hard to find flour these days. You know what I mean? Like, you can get it. And we were talking about, like, December of 22, they did the first sale, technically. So 18 months from there, anybody can grow. So you're looking at, June or July of next year that the floodgates open, so to speak. But these guys have been growing forever, and it's about that trust relationship learning. Like, these guys came in, we sat down, I had an interview with them. You know what I mean? I said, tell me about your grow, tell me about your background, that stuff. If you're not willing to sit down and be real with me about this,
what's the sense of moving forward?
Someone else will buy your stuff. I'm putting my name on the line. I'm giving these people, I'm trying to earn their trust and show what's in the community. Yeah. And these guys are amazing. Like, they put their money where their mouth is. Like, they know their stuff. They've been doing it for a long time. And you know what? Some of the stuff we got here, it's like we talked about the T-check earlier. Doesn't really work on flour. In order to really break down flour,
it's a process. You need solutions and.
Well, you need a spectrometer essentially, and the cheapest one you're gonna get is like $3,000.
Spectrometer. I always hear about that on them crime shows I be watching.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Still need a spectrometer. Need shit with your spectrometer.
Yeah. What you got there?
So we got Gorilla Glue from Q Cultivator, and
so that's the real Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, that's a real Gorilla Glue. And then New Stone Age here we got.
Can we get we get you to open it up?
Yep, absolutely.
He's so he about it. Can we get you?
Let's get a shot of the
flower.
Like,
and here's some of the stuff I want to point out too that you don't like. Some people think like, oh, it's just fancy marketing, right? Yeah. Like, no, they know their stuff. Like, even light degradates your trichromes and stuff. Yeah. So like, that's how much they care about that. Yeah. They even when they put it in, they jar it up. They want to keep it. Yep. And even the seal, they want to make sure. Now they want you to smell good. That extra, other stuff. So you got that in there. I mean, these guys know their stuff. So
that's dope, man.
Yeah, we're not gonna get too good of a picture here, but
I'm sorry the microscope wasn't working. That's my fault. Technical difficulty on my fault. And these guys were saying they were going to fire me.
Now you're lying on tape.
But so to give you an idea with these, like, so, I mean, for those of you guys that are like, okay, well, I'm not going to read all that stuff. How am I going to know, what I'm doing? Well, I just mean for the everyday consumer, right? Like, you're just getting weed from someone. How are you supposed to know? Well, I mean, your general senses are going to tell you. Like, if you open it, if someone's giving you something in a rolled up bag that they had tucked in the back of their pocket, like, it's probably not something they care about that much.
Do it.
But like something like this, they took a lot of time. Like, they care about this stuff. I mean, that's an obvious sense. You take a good look at it, you take a good smell of it, make sure nothing is standing out. I mean, that's the easy stuff, right? I mean, it should be a little bit sticky to the touch. Mm-hmm. It needs to have some moisture content to it. But really, so you see all these like 8 times microscope, everyone's got it and it's all glittery. Like, okay, well, anything glitters like that. Like, you got all the hairs, but the trichromes aren't there. So what does it matter, right? So really, like, you can pick up a loop, a jeweler's loop, and not break mine. But yeah, I mean, these are like, I think I bought this for $12 off Amazon, and it goes up to 100 times magnification.
Nice.
Like, and you can just, if you can see the trichromes, and what you're looking for is those big fat heads.
You know what's funny? I remember when I did my first or second grow, the shit started looking good. Yeah. So I cut that shit mad early. Yeah. I didn't check the trichomes at all.
Yep.
That shit was terrible.
Reggie Blanford?
Bruh, it's terrible. But the shit looked beautiful though. But I got so excited.
That's
though.
what we call Reggie.
Reggie
bro.
Blair.
You know what I'm saying? I got mad excited, and then Roy is the one that got me into growing. And then I told him, he was like, "Nah, that's why I gave you the microscope." And but me thinking like this is my first time growing, maybe second time growing. I'm like, motherfucker, that shit look done to me.
He's like, seems like you're ready.
Yeah, shout out to Roy too. Roy's like a mad scientist. If you don't know Roy, look him up.
Word
Google him.
up, man.
He can grow anything. He grows speedy chicken sandwiches. You ever seen a motherfucker grow a
Who
sandwich?
say he grows speedy chicken
Yeah, he's a
sandwiches?
bad
You know what he
mofo.
did
It's like
one
a pea
time?
pod. You open it up and it's
Yeah.
just in there hot and fresh.
Ready.
One time he let his plants go. He was experimenting. That's just the nature of him. So he let his plants go like a month later, maybe a little less than a month.
Right.
And
So all his trichomes were amber.
they were all amber, right?
I was-
He brought that shit to town, and he gave some of. This is when I had the studio on Grand Central. He gave some of us some of the weed. I'm not heavy, but some of the people in there. Everybody was fucked up off that shit to the point they was like, "Yo, I don't like this shit.
Whoa.
This is like it was narcotic."
Yeah.
Like, and I remember hitting that shit once or twice, and I said, "Yo, this shit, did you lace this shit or what?" He's like, "Nah, I just wanted to see what the response was." And, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the?
Yeah, man.
But
You got to watch out. He starts trying to put that number on your arm. It's like, this is 502.
Hell yeah.
Bruh,
Yo,
that shit was nuts, man. He gave that shit to New, and New, he loved it.
I know New
And,
love that shit.
and the thing, a lot of people might be wondering, like, why he let it go an extra month? Why is it so strong? See, the thing is, with your trichomes, they start off clear. Trichomes are the sticky things that you know, oh, this weed is sticky. You know, your fingers start they're trichomes. If you look at them under a microscope, they look like small mushrooms.
Oh, word.
But they start off clear and they become cloudy, milky. And then after a while, they become with this amber spot in the middle. They turn amber. And you want your you know what I mean, 30 to 20, 30%.
I think about a 10 to 15% amber, if I'm not mistaken.
I was going to say 10 to 20, you know what I mean, 30%.
Cloudy.
That's very strong marijuana.
Yeah.
You want, like you said, 10% amber, some cloudy, you know, trichomes, and you ready to cut and go through the process.
Yep.
A lot of amber means,
That shit was like,
domo is dope. Like you said, it's
like
narcotic.
Fentanyl.
It's narcotic.
At that point, it doesn't have as much THC.
Yeah.
It's got the other cannabinoids
That's
in there.
the other-
that'll-
That's for patients.
Yeah.
That kind of weed, that heavy ass weed, is for people that really need to relax, go to sleep or something. People that are in pain.
Shit, you got these weird young dudes now.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna just say the young dudes, but you got these weird young individuals now. They might think some shit like that was like the new gas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, and then the next person tries it and they're like, "That's not that good," but you don't want to be confrontational or whatever, so you're just like, "Yeah, whatever, it's good."
That shit poison.
But that's and that's what it's all about though at World Peace, is just having those conversations and talking about what, like, just be like, you don't want to get messed up, like, okay, maybe you don't try the real high, or if you do, like, you only need to hit it once or twice and you're good. But you don't have to be an expert on this to get good weed. Just all you need to do is know the questions.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just ask one or two, and if they start scratching their head, maybe
I'm
you
gone.
talk to somebody else. Like,
What else do you have over there on that table, man? Because you got some goodies over there. Take that camera and show
Yeah,
the
so
the
thank you
people
for
what
asking,
got
Cap.
over there. 'Cause
You know,
I'm
well, I
looking
mean,
at,
we
look,
got
that look
the
like olive
cupcakes
oil
and
over there.
yeah. So this is the tincture I was telling you about. So this was an experiment of mine because as much as we tend to cater to our clientele is more like blue collar.
Yeah.
Like they want to be able to smoke without.
Turn the camera. Yep, right there. Just so it's evenly. Upside down. There we go. Let's see what you got over there.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I mean, you could see that this is like
Can we try
dark.
some of this?
I don't recommend
Marshall.
this. So to give you an
Damn,
idea,
what you recommend? They got weed in it?
Yo, he
yeah,
said,
go ahead. You want? This
That's what
is
you recommend. You got
this
reefer
is-
there. I recommend you.
Pass it.
Go
Pass
ahead. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
what is
he's
that?
got
What
me
is
intrigued
that?
now. I wanna
Listen,
see-
it's tincture.
So it's tincture. So tincture is a general term for alcohol that somebody has used to scrub a plant with.
Right.
And a lot of people, when they buy the tincture, they do like a couple drops under their tongue. So
Okay.
it's, you can't
take
inhale,
shots.
you can't eat a lot of sugar.
I take shots of tincture.
Yeah. So this is 500 milligrams for a tablespoon.
That ain't nothing, bro.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like
let
we
me-
need a paramedic
the
if
shits.
you gonna play with.
When it come to reefer, I'm with the shits.
Yeah. So and
I want all the smoke.
All of it.
Shit, not me.
I want all the smoke, and I want to hold it in long enough to where all of it don't come out. just a little bit.
Just starts to fuse with you.
Yeah, you ever hit the blunt and then hold it? Like, and nothing come out?
Yeah, that's how you gotta take that bunk weed. That's how you still have to get super high.
Hold that shit in.
You gotta hold that shit in, take a few more. Till you about to pass out, then you let it out.
I bet you ain't high. You lightheaded.
Yo, so
I'm sorry. Let's get back into the tincture. Let them finish talking about the tincture.
Now, what else do you have on the table? Because there's a bunch of things we didn't even.
Yeah, there's some chocolate here. So again, I've been playing around with some things. We have really good. So we have somebody called Highs Hades here. I don't have that with us, but
the green thing is chocolate.
Yeah, it's like a white chocolate.
Oh, I thought it. I ain't even gonna say it. I don't feel like a dummy. He probably gonna smack.
No, you're good. You're good.
I thought it was so
dumb question.
I didn't know that was chocolate either. I didn't.
No, I would. Yeah, I mean, we have some salves and stuff at the shop.
Hold that up to the cam. That looks crazy.
Now you said salves, right? That's that's like rubbing cream.
Yeah, for your hands and stuff. It's mainly.
So how long does it take to take effect?
It's pretty immediate.
Really?
Like, I mean, you're not at that point. It's for aches and pains kind of stuff.
I'm saying,
Yeah. It's not anything.
I was about to say, so I can't. Do you have any that's really powerful? Like if I rub it on my wife's booty?
Yeah, it's not gonna.
Yo.
Yeah, get high as a bitch.
I was about to say, what you expecting? A booty to get high or
no,
what?
she gonna get high. I mean, no. There's
He's just trying to put his face down there and then start to.
Yeah. There's lotions that you can use. You can rub on your hand. You know what I mean? After a while, it infuses in your body. Get high. There's lip balm. There's all types of shit.
I had no clue.
No, I didn't know that. Yeah,
you can infuse lip balms, lotions, topical creams.
Yeah, I've seen
or
that.
THC.
Yeah, I've seen that, but I've never seen it where it gets you high.
Yeah, there's a couple different companies. You can buy the lotions.
I know CBD, but dang, I didn't know that. THC, no.
It'll get you high. Yeah.
Dope.
Look it up.
Yeah, so I mean, we play around with stuff, and like every Tuesday, I have edibles in the shop of some sort that I just give out for free. I'm like, and it's always a pre-warning, like, hey, this isn't. People get really used to our High as Hades stuff, and I mean, those guys know their shit. High as Hades, yeah.
I'm gonna have to come and talk to you afterwards about Colonibus and Colonibus edibles. You know what I mean? You said every Tuesday you get some. Well, I'll bring some stuff down. We can give them away and make the community smile.
Dope.
Yeah, I'm down for real.
Good.
But yeah, High as Hades, yeah. So they make all of their edibles from a lab tested distillate. So I mean, it's
dope.
I mean,
you said highest
accurate.
High as Hades.
Oh, High
so all their
as
stuff,
Hades.
Yeah, so their marketing
play
thing.
On that? That's crazy as hell. I mean,
yeah. It's you get so high, you actually go all back around, and so
you ever heard of Hades, Cap?
Well, I thought he was talking about Haiti, like Haiti.
Like a girl? Oh,
Hades. No.
No, Hades. Hades.
No,
we've been there before.
Yeah, all their stuff has like a Greek theme to it. So like all their chocolates, you can get like aphrodisiac chocolates.
Aphrodisiac chocolates.
Hold on. So you got some aphrodisiac chocolates?
What?
Yeah, well, I didn't bring anything with me for that kind of stuff.
I mean, you can still go over and do your thing. So see what we
look at Quest. Look at his face.
They're like, yo, we're right around the corner.
Okay.
So my man Cap here, aka
Cappy
Chocolate.
on the Great.
No. You know what? I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. AKA Cappy on the Great.
Great for a reason.
AKA Chocolate Intentions. AKA
this is a new one.
Black Man Squats.
Yo,
that's an old one.
He can come.
Yo, literally, if you look at his fucking my name in his phone, it's Black Man Squats.
Yeah.
Yo, that's wild.
He's stupid.
And it's crazy because you can say it like check it out. You can say he's doing like squats like a black man squats. Or you can break it down like a name.
A black man who squats.
Black man squats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's wild, right?
Yo,
give myself a round of applause for that shit. Yeah,
oh my gosh.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Black man squats.
Back to what I was saying before I was really interrupted. I'm sorry.
He's slower than a Sunday.
Mr. World Peace. We get to try the chocolates and edibles. What about the flowers?
Yeah.
Or is that...
Yeah, we got the.
You know what? I'm sorry, we can't smoke in the.
See how he's interrupting you? He asks you some shit, then interrupt you. Let him talk when you ask him a question.
I'm sorry. You're right.
I know you're excited, flower guy. You show him your pictures. You should show him the pictures of your babies.
Oh, you want to see my babies?
Yeah, you should show him the pictures of your babies. Man.
Oh man,
he just gets excited.
I love this shit. Like I love my kids. It's a beautiful thing. I've seen it help my mother. Like marijuana helps.
I feel like I should rub his back. Like relax.
Yeah, I'm getting a little anxious. Yeah, this is just for
man.
This is just for the house.
Serious, man.
Yeah, that's for the house. We make some butter. You know what I mean? Make a little couple things for the family, and
Yeah.
so yeah, I gotta
That.
I have an original Gorilla Glue out there too. The Gorilla Glue, like you were saying, everybody say you got the Gorilla. No. I know a few people.
Yeah, you've had it for years too.
So I got the Gorilla Glue. I got a Purple Punch out there. No, I'm sorry, a Purple Urkel.
Purple Urkel.
Purple Urkel, yeah.
We got some of that in Stone Age grows it.
Nice.
And we tried to get them to grow it. So Stone Age is one of those classic growers where they want to grow all the like land trace strains, all the like classic stuff.
Back in the day, shit,
and I'm like, that's great, but
it has to be the hitters.
Yeah, people want the bright colors, the purple.
It's like rap. People want the new artist that's like making a buzz around the world. You know what I mean?
I also have my own strain too. I think I have a.
I got one in my back. Or should I
think
say,
it's
I don't
called.
give a fuck. I'll blow somebody's shit off if they run it in my back.
God damn, that went to Hades.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Damn, I gotta edit that out.
No, you ain't gonna blow nobody.
No, you just gotta take the. You just gotta mute it. Just mute it.
No, don't edit anything.
I'm not editing anything.
Anything, but like I was saying, I got a couple hitters out there. And you spoke about the hitters. So I created my own strain by accident, which is a beautiful thing. And at the end of the day, I was frustrated and shit, and I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so it's a cross between Purple Runts, which is a newer strain, you know what I mean? Not too new, but Purple Runts, and White Rhino.
Yeah.
And, that's an old school hitter.
Yep.
So the White Rhino was a female. Purple Runts Hermie got her pregnant. Seeds, holy shit.
He got a whole LGBTQ.
So we got, So we got a couple of, and what I named it, Brandel White. So shout out to my brother Brandon, passed a while back, and Delmar, who passed. So I just merged the names Brandel.
Oh, that's dope.
And the White Rhino, Brandel
That's
White.
dope.
So be on the lookout, man. So we got a couple plans going right now. So when they're done, you know what I mean, we're gonna definitely see what's what.
Yeah.
Pass them out, but I got a lot of seeds, man. So
I know you better stop smacking your lips on that mic.
I apologize, sir, because I hate that shit too. I've turned videos.
I gotta edit that shit.
Yeah, my shit is a little dry, but I've actually turned interesting videos off.
Yeah,
I can't even
like,
listen to
I
this
can't deal with
motherfuckers. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. That's enough.
He needs some chapstick.
Some of that infused chapstick. But anyway, yeah, that's the story behind it. I mean,
infused chapstick.
and I've been doing it for a while. My bro here got me into it. I guess back into it, but like really heavy. And the first plant, you know what I mean? What was her name there?
Shit, I don't even know.
She was a big one. She was a big one.
I was going crazy when I first started,
bro.
bro. Like I was in my basement, my attic. I had my back room, my computer room with clones in it.
It was ridiculous.
And I don't even smoke like that. I just got obsessed with the process of taking care of
Well, that's
them.
what
It's
addictive
therapy,
personality, man. You
It's therapy.
you get obsessed. And that's another thing we talk about too. Is like it's not people are like, oh, you're trying to escape, or you're just what are you medicating for? What about the ritual part of it? Like, what about the just you were talking about rolling up and like looking around and doing your like all of that is part of the process. It's all therapeutic. Man. It's all cathartic. Like it's no different than someone else meditating, someone else burning some incense, doing whatever they're doing. Like,
and it helps. It helps.
Yeah.
The plant actually helps. I had at one point, many moons ago, I had a little sticker shop, if you will, in Endicott, and I think because I was like too funny, I guess. I made everybody laugh on the block. They kicked me out. Bitches. But anyway, the customers I had all this different type of clientele, from old people to young people. Yeah. And then one lady would come in and I would educate her. That was my big thing. I would educate you on what I had, the different potencies, the different strains, the sativas, indicas, and she would explain to me, like, I need to go to sleep. So I explained to her what an indica is. I have this right here. This is majority indica. What you done hit it. She come in the next day. She said, oh, my God, Marshall, I was up all fucking night. I said, how much did you smoke? I smoked the whole thing. I said, that's why. You have to understand, it's an indica, okay? Yeah. If you smoke a whole joint, you're going to be stimulated. You're going to be high.
Regardless type shit.
Regardless. I said, go home tonight. After you do whatever you can get done, hit that bitch once or twice. 3 times at the most. She came in the next day. Oh, my goodness, it worked. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you smoking to go to sleep. You're not smoking to enjoy this shit. Hit it once or twice. You want to get high and have a good day, get up in the morning, smoke this sativa. You can hit that bitch 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Coast through your day. So
I
that
don't
was
know
that was the
about
biggest
Coast.
thing.
Most people, they're
Yeah.
more like the Energizer Bunny. Right?
Yeah,
I
right.
can't
Yeah.
fuck with sativas myself. I just can't because my brain starts racing. You
Like,
know what I
I don't
mean?
want no stimulant.
But
Yeah,
even
too many,
being
yeah.
able to know that about
Too much
yourself,
stuff.
like, you know
Yeah.
how many people I know that are like, yeah, I smoked and I got caught in reverse and couldn't walk forward,
Yeah,
and so I never smoked weed. I'm like, I don't know who gave you that, but
That wasn't weed,
Yeah.
bro. That
You
was
sound like that adult
whole
bookstore.
transmission
shit.
right,
fluid.
yeah, for real
was
though,
A2.
for real.
Yeah.
It was K3 and a half.
Word
It was
up.
next
Yeah,
to
the ABS, bag.
Yeah, man.
Fuck that, man.
That shit is wild.
So how has the city treated you? Because I know it's been a thin line with the sticker stores. And,
Yeah, so for us, it's kind of like those. I think they appreciate us because we're open with everything. We're not
Clean.
like and a lot of these places like they got curtains in front of the doors and
Yeah.
everything.
Like
you're
you
just
might
like,
not leave that motherfucker if you go in that
yeah,
bitch.
like we want you to come in. We want you to feel like look around, check some things out, and do whatever. So people have been pretty welcoming to us in general. Like we're like my staff is on.
And them girls was nice as a motherfucker when we went in there, right, Quest?
That's all
Always,
fact,
we went in
yo.
there, it was late and shit, and
15 minutes before they closed, and they didn't make us feel like it was these niggas.
they was chilling, man. They
They get it.
You know what?
Welcoming.
It was dope.
Get it.
Yeah, that's important to me. I was like, listen, I want you guys to love your job. Like you
Yeah.
should, I want to, you're employed here, but I'm not. I'm your boss, but Jessica and my wife, they're the boss. They crack,
Yeah,
they
I
crack the
already
whip.
know.
But
I
I'm,
already know, bro.
So, but I'm like, yeah, let's have a good time. Tell me, like, you're my clientele just as much. Like, tell
Yeah.
me what you like. What do you
Yeah.
want to see when you're in here? Like,
Yeah.
and we educate them too. Like, we're like, hey, here's this week's flower power. I told you about, that article. Shameless plug. Go to our website,
Speak about it,
worldpeaceshop.com.
man.
Ain't no shameless
Yeah.
plug that
Yeah.
bitch in.
Plug
So-
it in.
And I mean, I haven't followed up on it in a while just because I have so much going on. But yeah, we released that. We used to release that article weekly, bi-weekly. There's stuff in there that just explains everything we've talked about tonight. Like the different processes.
And it makes people feel like you're not in it for one thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that was my big thing. Like I had old people come to the shop and just hang out with me.
yeah,
Had one dude, he'll come and buy a pre-roll every day. I come in the shop early, I'll make pre-rolls. And it would be 1 gram pre-rolls. And he'd just have $5. I'll give him a gram. And he'll sit there and be like,
crazy.
Marshall, you're making the old people happy.
Yeah.
And I will explain to him and I'll tell him, come here, listen. I've been doing it for a while. Anything that I don't know, I research it to death. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I tell you this, don't take it for face value. Go home and research. And I'll give him the information or point him to the right spot where they can see,
Yep.
hear these articles, those articles, and they'll come in and they'll be so much comfortable. Yeah, I need a sativa today. I got this going on.
And
I
that's
need
the
one.
key
This, blah,
word
blah,
right
blah.
there.
Yeah, they're
Comfort.
comfortable as hell, man. Because
Like-
a lot of people, there's a lot of people that smoke marijuana. Even to this day, even being legal now,
yeah,
they still don't want to come out
yep.
Yeah.
and go get it.
There's
or-
a stigma.
And that's
tied
really
to
the
it.
biggest. That's probably our biggest clientele. Like we get a lot of people who are coming back to smoking, and they're like, "Listen, I don't want no 32% nothing
Yeah,
like that you guys
yeah.
are messing with.
Yeah.
You guys are." And we get a lot of blue collar people, white collar
Yeah.
people that are just trying to get through their day or just trying to
mellow.
wind down at the end of the weekend.
Wow.
We get tons of new smokers that are like, "Listen, I've never touched this stuff before, but I
That's
think
exciting.
it might." And so and that exciting is a great word because you get to. And I gotta catch myself sometimes because
Yeah.
I be in there and I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm talking, and sometimes I'm
in
a
the
bit,
moment, bro, like-
sometimes I'm a bit overwhelming. I've been told, and I'm like, I gotta have the girls like pull me
That's
back
passion,
a
though.
little bit.
That's you being passionate about what you're in the community. You're helping the community. It's not just a business transaction. You're helping the community, so you're passionate about being able to help the community. That's just like working out, right? And you do like you reach one of your milestones in the gym. But you get to do that every day with multiple people.
Yeah.
To me, that's exciting, bro. Like,
Yeah, it is. Well, I don't get to do it as much as I used to because
Yeah. Busy.
I'm doing my 9 to 5,
Yeah.
but we've got it to the point where the staff really. I mean, we work with friends and family, people
Yeah.
we know and love. We all take care of each other, and I mean the shop's great.
So what's
it's a
been the
wonderful
hardest
place.
part about your grind with the shop? Like, what was the hardest part about
learning that other people have good ideas too.
Yeah.
And I'm not essential. I tend to be a little bit of a control person.
Me
So
too,
like,
son.
so like I'm
Sit down.
like, so
Be
me,
humble.
yeah.
It's
I
hard.
talked about my wife and our best friend. We came to this together, and so each of us knew we had something to offer.
Yeah.
And we had to staying in your lane is hard
Yeah.
sometimes. Like, and so
We
my
should do an
lane,
episode on that.
yeah,
Yo,
stay in your lane.
Can you say that one more time,
I
please?
said we should do an episode on that.
gotta
Can
put
you,
it on
can
the
you say
board.
that statement one more time?
Stay in your lane. Yeah. So, I mean,
And that pertains to everything.
everything.
Right?
Yeah, everything. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Jessica, she does a great job with our staff and our everyday business. She's our face in the community. People know her. She's on a lot of the boards for downtown, like
Dope.
talking to people and doing that stuff.
Yeah.
I've always been kind of the legal academic guy. Like
Yeah.
I keep up to date with the laws. I make sure our taxes are caught up. I make sure that, you know, whatever paperwork we need done is done.
Done.
You know, and my wife does all of our books. Like, she keeps our accounting. She makes sure our employees have everything legal. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? If my employee breaks a leg at work, I don't know what they'd be doing, sitting down in front of a computer talking
Gotta
heed to
investigate
people.
this
But
shit.
but you know, they're going to be covered by disability and, you know, everything for New
Yeah.
York State. Like, it's on the up and up. You know what I mean? So and that really brings me a lot of joy that I didn't realize that I was even wanted before.
Yeah.
Like, the idea that I know that
It was unknown. Huh?
yeah, like, these people are happy in their employment. Their lives are good because of some work that I put in. But now we're getting to that point to where, like, I'm the face. I do stuff. I'm the marketing face to some
Yeah.
extent. Like,
Yeah. Sounds like you respect your team.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but like I do stuff like this, and I go out to events, and I'll talk. If someone needs to get up and talk to the mayor for whatever reason, if someone needs to talk to a news reporter, that's where I'd in. But we're getting to the point to where, okay, well, we're within all the laws, all the paperwork is done. My part in world peace is just getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's still cool. I still get to do stuff like this. I still do all my experimentations with like making my different Kool-Aids and and we have a Discord too, like for
Dope.
like, so if you have a question or something, you don't
Yeah.
have to come in the store. Like, you can hide behind a screen name,
Yeah.
hop on there and ask your questions. Yeah. Like, real-time
That's the day and
connections
age
with
we're
us.
in, too,
Yeah.
where that's what people
Yeah,
do.
and we want everyone to feel, man, I'm sorry, man. I feel like I'm like keep kind of tilting this
Forget
way.
him, man.
Nah,
That's
you
your
good.
brother.
I'm
Yo,
saying, yeah, you good,
That's
brother.
your brother-in-law. You see him every day.
I do
you
see
good,
him
bro.
every day. Yeah.
Little John.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's just having that real time connection, knowing the person you're talking to is, you know, I'm doing this because, like you said, I've developed a passion for it. It's something that I didn't realize I needed or wanted. And
It feel good, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
I've been feeling that way since the first doobie. Since the first smoke, I blew up. I was like, damn. My eyes just like did a 180. Just flipped around in my head and I seen everything different. I said, holy shit. I looked at my brother. I said, you know what? You could play with my Transformers. It was beautiful. From then on out, it was just a beautiful thing.
Yo,
That's what I'm trying to
Just
find.
make a movie. That'd be a nice little like screen cut.
hell
Two
yeah.
siblings fighting over a thing, and then all of a sudden you just
Here.
Here you go. Do your thing.
That's wild, man.
of age siblings. I'll point out
Of age. 21 or older.
21. We still have Transformers. Don't judge us.
So what do
Yeah,
you
I
feel
love
like the
Transformers.
evolution of okay, so not to get off of the shop. Your shop is beautiful. You do a great thing. What do you think the evolution of marijuana in New York State is going to be?
If I could take a guess at that, man,
Yeah.
I've tried to a couple times, honestly. Like, if you've seen the news, like, they've
Yeah.
asked me my opinion, and I've given some stuff out there.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't even try to guess these guys at what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, they have showed distinct selfishness.
Yeah.
Like, keep talking about community and being part of things and helping people and trying to just show that the cannabis community is not this scary place behind the curtain, right? And but that is not the face they are showing. They want something to look a very particular way, and if it is not that way, it is not going to go
So
forward.
they can control it
Yeah,
and they can corner as much of the market as they can.
yeah, and it's
Just
and
like
it's-
anything.
I was just gonna
Anything
say,
that was
like
brand new.
everything, yeah.
Because you got to think about it. Marijuana, I think, is like the last, I believe, is like the last biggest boom in the industry. Like when oil came about, boom, you know what I mean? Oh shit, oil, let's get rich. Now, marijuana is legal now. So now you got all these billionaires. Oh, it's legal. Let me buy up some land and maybe let's. You know what I mean, look at all these rappers got dispensaries and shit now. You know, it's like the next biggest industry. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to get it, and with the stigma being so fucked up for so many years, and motherfuckers getting locked up for tens and 20s of years over marijuana, and now it's legal. Like, wait a minute, damn, we gotta try to fix this fast as possible. And then you got the gray area. It's legal now, so I can keep legally so many pounds in my house and legally so many grams on my person.
Yeah.
And who's to say? I mean, so what? You want to spend $100 for this one sneaker? It's your money. If you buy this sneaker, I'm going to gift you this weed. This is free. Just buy the sneaker. It's a gray area, and it's changing a lot of lives. And a lot of people don't like it. Like you said, nobody's really paying tax. I mean, if you're doing it right, you're going to pay your taxes. Yeah. Like when I paid taxes. I paid my taxes on these stickers. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, if they just pull their heads out their asses and stop being so, you know what I mean, Americanized.
Yeah,
I
man.
guess.
It's capitalism, man.
Yeah,
It's capitalism.
Then it could change. There's towns in California. These motherfuckers literally painted their roads white, or they were talking about painting the roads white just to cool the city down from the hot sun. Like this city, it's a small city in Cali, and I seen this shit probably 10 years ago. They made so much money from the dispensaries and stuff out there, like in the community, and the city's taxing these places. Mm-hmm. They have millions of dollars just sitting away for whatever. And these people were actually talking about painting their roads white to possibly keep the temperature down in that city during the hot summer days in Cali. You got that much money to talk about just paint white roads? Open it. You know how Elmira changed so fucking much?
The DEA, recently it has come to my attention that the DEA has entertained reclassifying marijuana, I think to a Schedule 2 or 3, so that it can actually be researched now.
Yeah.
So
federally.
Yeah, federally. So which it would make it more it would make it legal for people to actually do research. But I didn't research this. I didn't look for it. But when I seen it pop up on one of my random feeds, the first thing that came to my mind was like, okay, now they see that it's out of their control. So now they're trying to do that manipulative shit to make it seem like, okay, we're going to make the right choice for the people.
Yeah.
No, you can't control where this is going.
Yeah, one thing you do got to be careful not crossing state versus federal. So like, I mean, that federal stuff, I mean, that's it's everywhere. I mean, they are trying to some degree. They see the writing on the walls. Yeah. But like New York State, I mean, it's always going to be states' rights, right? Like if New York State says it's not,
so
whatever.
No matter what the federal government is, the state still has the ability to regulate how they choose.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly why we decriminalized it, but you can still go over to PA and be arrested right on the border.
Crazy,
like, So
that shit is crazy.
It's tricky, man.
But again, it's all politics. Like it's all.
And now they know. You know what I mean, like you said, the writing's on the wall. Motherfuckers are starting to put. You're not gonna die from marijuana.
Yeah. Right.
The worst thing gonna happen, you gonna have a panic attack because you smoke too much of a sativa. We have to calm your ass down.
Yeah, that happened to me.
Yeah, man, and you gonna eat. Yeah, that sucks.
Scared me
it
straight,
scared you.
man.
It scared you. And that brings the point to me too.
I thought I was gonna die, bro.
Marijuana.
What happened though?
I had this is around the time when
you did 100 jumping jacks.
Nah, this is with the supplements. I was taking supplements and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like on a cut. And you know, I think I was taking when Hydroxycut first came out.
Oh, I used to take that too back
when it first hit.
See,
that's why you had a panic attack, motherfucker.
But listen, I didn't know. I wasn't thinking. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't smoke that often. But that night, I ended up going to my sister's house, and it was a raggedy ass Philly too. You know, so
Don't blame it on the Philly. Then.
Nah, I tried to. You heard how I put it, right? Yeah, It was the Philly. That's why I had a panic attack. Nah. But yeah, it was scary, man. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. And good thing was in the winter, I was able to go outside and just meditate and focus on my breathing and bring myself back down.
Hydroxycut shit. He had a whole bunch of anti-fast histamine and shit.
Yeah, it had to be because of that. I was taking a max dose at the time too, and it was crazy. So
that shit was powerful.
But that scared me.
I remember you was taking that shit. That shit got my hand shaking and shit. I got my hand shaking. Fucking chemicals. Yeah, but like I was saying, like I believe marijuana there's marijuana's for everybody. There's just a strain for everybody.
Yeah.
You got to find out what strain works for you. Research that shit, because nowadays, like you said, we're in the age of information. You can look up anything. And don't take shit for face value.
No.
I mean,
and there's still a level of trust that's in there too, though. Like And so, because you still got to trust that they're giving you what they say they're giving you. Like, you're not going to be able to tell a strain just by looking at it and telling. Like, they've got to have the knowledge. You've got to trust the chain of.
And that's the main reason. That's the main reason. That's the main reason we go to World Peace, baby.
Yep.
They're knowledgeable. They're friendly.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? You can trust them. You know what I mean? They know what they're talking about, man.
So is there a certain level of trust we should have for the government and the people that are regulating weed?
Well, you don't have a choice. That's the trick. So, I mean, it's the same way with like we talked about doctors. Like, I mean, how much of a choice do you really have?
Right.
Like,
that's
you
why
can
try to establish those relationships early on. You know what I mean? And ask questions. Ask the hard questions.
And so I mean, that's why like when we first opened up our business, the first thing we did was write introduction letters. We sent them to all of the businesses that are within 200 feet or something to us.
Nice.
We sent it to lawyers, police station. Code tried to scare us, like, oh, we're gonna send this to the lawyer. I said, we already sent them a letter.
Yeah.
Like,
They tried to pull that shit in the
like,
car with me. Cole, the fire marshal, came in there.
Yeah.
Hey, you, blah, blah, blah. And I came out, you know, and I got a big dude with locks and shit, man. I was like, hey, listen, blah, 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 blah. Code this, statute number, this. And his fucking jaw hit the floor.
Yep.
I said, yeah, get out of here, bro. You ain't come and try to scare me like I'm just some ignorant black man, like I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You think I'm just here, like I'm
People-
just gonna set up shop like we in a trap? I'm trying to feed my family. I know 100% what I'm doing right now, bro.
Right.
And so you and the cop said nothing. He had the cop there for protect, just in case. You know what I mean? The cop said nothing. I said, you can go on. I said, you can take that letter you got. I said, put it on the window. I said, make sure you put it right in the middle of the window. And every day after that, I would come in and I would move it to different spots of the window. He would be pissed off. Wow. Come on, yeah. World peace, baby.
World peace.
Yeah, no, I'm an engineer. People kept on telling me like, "Oh, they're not gonna let you." I'm like, "What do you mean? I know the code. You see these things in Elmira. I built them. That was me. Like,
So what exactly did you have your hand in like building or putting together here in Elmira?
So right here behind this Clemens Square.
Yeah.
So like that was my design team. Like I was the project engineer for that. I did all that. The work
The little
on.
cross. Oh shit.
Yeah, that part behind
Where Newberry's used to
where
be
all
and all
those
of that back
businesses
there?
are hopefully a couple things opened up here that back there that are pretty dope. But yeah, like I designed a lot of that stuff. I worked with the city, you know, spending that DRI money that we got. And, you know, the garage right there, we did a lot of the repairs on that. I mean, money doesn't go as far as it used to, but we got that park right across the street at Riverfront where they did there's that empty space now where we got an artist coming in that's gonna do a sculpture for us. Like, yeah. I mean, when an Elmira project comes up, like they come right over to my desk. They're like, "Yo, there you go." And I'm like, "Yo, I love to do it. I love to be able to say that I have
helping out on both spectrums. That's what's
Yeah,
up, yo.
man.
Yo,
Yeah,
shout out to World Peace, man. And again, man, they educated.
My man,
you know what I mean?
James Peckham,
Come
boy.
check them out, yeah, and check it out, yo.
Do different.
You know what I mean? Come down, check them out. But if you had another shop and shit, and they got a smoker or a grill outside of it, leave.
What
Don't
you mean?
go get the sticker shops. If you go to another shop and they got a smoker outside that bitch smoking,
Oh.
they'll go right over there.
Yeah, that's what you know. You funny, he just like so. What he's talking about,
serious. Fuck that shit.
gatekeepers. That's what it is. Like someone's just like, oh, it's just an employee, but ain't nobody in the shop, so you're just gonna go out and have a cigarette. But people don't feel comfortable walking past some other
that's
just
a whole
standing
Not a
there.
business. I mean,
okay.
Like what kind of? You
didn't
don't
know
walk
what
into
he-
Radio
I was
Shack.
trying to-
There's
I was
three
trying to be-
people standing out front.
I was just trying. I was being funny.
No,
but
that's
at the same
real, though.
time,
But it's a real. But it's
Yeah, I mean, I don't even me. You know what I mean? I'm not scared of nobody but my mama and whoever to say Jesus is. I ain't seen him yet. You know, she slapped me back in the head a couple times. But anyway, even I don't feel comfortable. You know, I don't go buy some flowers and shit or go get some shit knowing who I am and what I want. And I smell pork cooking over here, and these motherfuckers got tall cans and this. What the fuck is this, bro? Fuck.
Said tall cans, man. Don't hate on the tall can,
I ain't hating on
man.
a tall can, man. But you should have the tall can in certain situations.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
I picture you with a tall can in the park picnicking with the family.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't picture you with a tall can next to a floppy guy like this and you trying to sell some shit. You know?
Yeah.
You know what the fuck?
Well, it should be a professional establishment. We're trying.
Exactly.
If you're trying to say, "Oh, cannabis is no big deal. It's the same as everything else," well, it should be like going into any establishment. You go into Turtle Leaf Cafe or something. They're not trying to push anything on you. They're just the menu's there. You come in.
The
I
dispensary
be
went in and mass.
paranoid, bro. So when I
We went in
walk
mass.
some shit,
The dispensary went in mass. How did you feel when you walked in there?
I was telling him, I think that's when you stepped off. I was telling him how I correlated the experience in his shop with when we were in Boston. Just from previous experiences in other places and then Boston and then going to his shop, it was like, damn, that shit felt welcoming. It felt like the girls were nice. It was clean. It was like, you know how you just get a dope vibe?
Yeah.
You can't recreate that. You can't manufacture that in the moment. It either is or it isn't. So it was what it was. It was a dope vibe.
And it's crazy. You said that you guys get engravings. It just hit me. It just clicked. You guys did give away engravings?
Yeah. So, well, we can do tons of stuff. So
I have one. You're the only sticker shop, or I don't mean to call it a sticker shop. You're
No,
the
you're
only
good.
shop here I bought anything from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
and I
you.
told my
That's
wife,
an honor.
It's crazy.
Seriously, like as a grower,
like
someone who
And
like
it just hit me. It's your shop. You said the engravings because
Yeah.
I bought one.
Yeah.
Or that she gave me one, and because we were on our way down south, and I had the flower, but I was like, I need something to smoke on the road. You know what I'm saying? Just I get out and hit it. I got the kids with me. I was like, let's stop at the weekend. I said there was a couple down. There was one over by Elmira MRI. It looked janky.
not somewhere you just
it
pop
looked-
in quick.
It looked like an old sponge. You know how you got the yellow and green sponges at the house?
Little bit of hair on it.
Little fringes. Yeah, I was like, ah.
Shit.
And I was like, what about the shops downtown, right there in the corner? Just the outside looked like, okay, they might. So I went in there. And when I went in there, I felt like I was in an antique shop.
Yeah.
I felt like I was going in there to
Classy.
buy something classic.
Yeah.
She
Classic.
came out high, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and at this time, I had a shop.
Yeah.
I made mine inviting. I went to a couple shops in Endicott just to check it out, you know what I mean, what they doing.
Yeah.
Every time I went in there, I opened the door, all you smelled was weed.
Yeah.
You smell marijuana. It's like, did they just get finished smoking? I'm like, nah, that's just not cool.
Yeah, that's not professional.
I'm at my shop. If I'm going to smoke, I'm going out back, I'll smoke or I'll eat an edible. You would never come in my shop and smell weed unless you open up a jar and smell it. You smell the incense. You might smell candles or something like that, but it was inviting. When they came in the store, they was like, wow, this shit, I painted the way. This shit, invite people. It's different. Just the thing about the different shops I've been in is very unprofessional. And you want to invite people in that, you know what I mean? Like, look at
Yeah.
me. Can you imagine, you know what I mean? Old ladies coming to see me every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, you be talking that talk to them old
I
ladies,
can.
though.
We
man.
gotta introduce them to
Come on in,
mom.
Silver
Oh
Fox.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mama Joe. Yeah, oh
Mama
my
Joe.
gosh, Mama Joe.
Let me show you how to apply this CBD cream, baby, without breaking the
Yeah,
skin.
I gotta get her. Yeah, we gotta get her on there, bro.
Listen, I've been saying it for a while. I'm like, Mama, you can do your thing, man.
Which I just rambled on and shit. But yeah, man, you're the first shop yep, it just hit me too. That's the shop we went in. And I bought the it was a vape
Yeah.
in the little rip open pack. It was dope too. It was a sativa too. I did it on purpose. I figured it'd be late night, you know what I mean, driving and shit. A couple of times I'd be up, but it was dope. It was good.
Yeah,
man.
that's right. No, and yeah, I mean, we talk about like we're not trying to compete with anybody. Like a lot of people are like, oh well, you know, I grow my own stuff. That's great. Tell me about your grow. Like what?
Yeah.
Like nobody's gonna know more about what is going into your body than the stuff you do yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of risk, and we talk
Unless you
about
don't give a
trust.
fuck. And you know I give a fuck because I love you. That's why I try to explain to you these new flowers we got.
Yo, this
Yeah.
guy.
They call it Reaper peppers.
Still ain't seen you eat one of them motherfuckers, though.
I don't know. Wednesday nights.
It reminds me of like the Truman Show. Every once in a while, he just like looking at the
Go ahead, bro. I'm gonna keep cutting you off, but we do got to get out of here in a few minutes, man. They like to keep me all night.
Now,
You know what I mean?
shut your ass up, man.
You
Say,
know
yo,
what it
I
is? You know what I just realized?
the kids to school in the morning.
Yeah, see, he got to get his kids to school in the morning.
Family
Man, gotta
man.
go.
I think he asked you.
Oh, you asked me? No, I just want to go look at
Did
my
you
plant.
ask him?
Because every time I stay here on Sundays, like later,
Yeah.
I go to the house, it'd be like little buds on the bottom of the plants missing.
Oh yeah.
I think they got somebody working with them.
Oh yeah. They keep you here.
Yo.
They're like, hold up, he needs 5 more minutes. You just
I had somebody take.
I
all
thought it
that
was.
shit.
I thought it was.
He said, not
I
no
thought it
little
was
bit of.
5 of
We
us.
don't waste time.
I thought it was 5 of us. I think it's 6. I don't know the 6th person. I see footprints and shit around my fire pit and shit. My fire pit, grass be laid down.
I
Yeah.
think there's too many clear trichromes in your latest grow, man. He's getting that paranoid stuff. It's like,
Let it go a little longer, bro.
So I made it right.
Yo, yeah, we've been here for a little minute, but I don't want to leave, man.
Yeah, me neither. I think this is. I'm
I just
having
came
fun
back
talking
from
about
pouring up all the rest
'Cause
of
I
the
love-
Quest
reefer.
creatine mixture.
Workout stuff.
Yeah, so
All right, so listen.
you ready to
my-
get
this
pregame
my-
on?
this-
The second
yeah.
podcast we did was like 140, right? So we got 2 minutes. Let's make the most of it.
Come down to World Peace. We love you.
Plug it in,
You
plug
love
it.
us, man.
Yeah.
Hey, World Peace, find your peace, man. It's all about the artwork, the all of our glass, like you see all these shops got glass in it, but we have an actual tax ID number and stuff. That's why they can't match our prices, and we get the dopest stuff. Like we try to keep it unique because we want you to get your piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have, our farmers and everything. They're not hidden. You can Stone Age and Q. You can go on their Facebook page and talk to them. And
that's dope.
They're in our chat rooms.
They're local.
Yeah, they're local. They are
Shop
right
local.
here.
Shop local.
Like they are people. You don't have to worry about anything being sprayed or any chemicals. They'll tell you about their mix bag. They will give you help if you growing. And that's what it's about.
Sounds like you tried to build, or not even try. It sounds like you built a community.
Exactly. I didn't even need to build it.
Yeah.
The cannabis community has been there. It's about shining a light on the right parts.
Yeah.
I mean,
There were some of the most beautiful, respected, laid-back people you'll ever meet. I know some motherfuckers you'll think they're wizards. They've been around forever. I'm talking about grow some of the best goddamn weed.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even think they would do some shit. And some of the coolest fucking people, man.
It's dope.
Yeah.
Smartest people. You know what I mean? Educate you about everything else but the weed. You know what I mean? And all you got to do, and like, you just sit and listen like, man, this motherfucker know what he talking. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, how did a person that looks like me in my background rub elbows or run into a dude like this? Cannabis.
Yep.
Can I tell a little story? About 15, 20 seconds.
Go ahead.
So, my wife's pops passed years ago, right? So he was battling cancer. He didn't die from cancer, though. But for about a year and some change, dealing with his cancer diagnosis, he would ask my wife to get him some weed, right? So I didn't want him to know I was growing weed, so we would always act like we got it from somebody and give it to him. So there was mad times he came down from Ithaca and he tried to pay her for it, and she'd be like, no, you don't have to pay for it. He'd be like, look, Kurt, thank you. I appreciate you doing this and all this. And I'm like, Fred, you don't have to pay me for this. Like, this is for you. I was doing the same thing for my brother New that died from cancer, right? So eventually it got to the point where I was like, yo, I got to tell him and show him that this is, because we had such a good bond. Like when it came time for me and my wife to get married, he let me use his credit card to pay off the rings. I had to pay him back. So we had a bond like that, right? So one day I took him in the basement. I said, Fred, I want to show you something. He didn't know what the fuck I was going to show him. I took him in the room. He said, Kurt, I wouldn't expect anything less from you.
Son.
Oh, my God. We sat in that goddamn hot-ass grow room for like 40 minutes.
Wow.
And, he was just proud of it. You know what I'm saying? And from that point on, he never had a hard time accepting weed from me.
Yeah.
Because I showed him what I was doing, and it just got exhausting to, like, carry on a lie with him or being deceitful. Right. And once he seen...
Even for the good reasons.
Even for good reasons, bruh. And ever since that point, it was like, I don't give a fuck what happens, because weed was illegal at that point to grow. And I have a license. I can do whatever the fuck I want, kind of, sort of. I don't even give a fuck, man.
Yeah.
And it probably was even like knowing where it came from.
Yeah.
Like that was just a plus to like, damn,
That's when I was growing that Chem Dog too.
My son grows weed.
That was my favorite strain until I lost that motherfucker.
I remember that shit, man. I smoked some of that shit. I was in the house. I said, baby, listen.
And I'm anal. Like, I've showed a few people. I keep records, charts.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
It's the right way
with
to do it,
everything.
man.
I can't help it. This is just what I do. Bro.
Not growing oregano for grandma's spaghetti.
Damn right. And then I get my my feedback from whoever I gave it to. Maybe smoke a little bit of it, but I'm just,
Hey, he's good at what he does, but he's not like Roy. That motherfucker will grow us bullshit.
Roy
he grows speedy chicken subs.
You know what Roy will tell you? He'll tell you what he's told
Roy
me.
grows hot sandwiches. Don't listen to
I'm
shit.
I'm just picturing like a cornfield, like all the ears and there's like subs, like just like meatball subs, just like peeking out, and you're just like,
yeah, bro.
And they warm too. They warm
inside
already.
Yeah. How you keep these motherfuckers warm?
It's a trade secret. You asking too many questions.
Got like a Willy Wonka factory
but he's
down
dope,
there.
though. He's got some fucking skills, man. Because I've tried some of the shit he had, and it's like, God damn,
ADHD,
bro, like,
man. I'm obsessive. You see what happened when we first started? Like, it was hard for me to disconnect from trying to make the microscope work because
I know.
I just can't disconnect from
Even with the wrong
information
thing.
because I know I can figure it out, but we're on limited time. I tell people even in the studio, I'm like, yo, I'm a troubleshooter. Half the time they shit be whack, but the whole time I'm trying to figure out how to make it sound good.
All right, we 3 minutes 25 seconds over.
And I'll be, why you always want to leave? Where you got to go? It's like, what time is it? What time
all I
is it?
said was we 3 minutes 25.
We at 9:11.
You need to get him an hourglass so
I
he
didn't
can
say-
keep
I
track
didn't
of it.
say-
What
watch
time
this
is it?
thing.
I got to go.
What time is it? Look at your flip.
I didn't say I got to go.
How you got a flip phone?
I said we
8?
3 minutes and
Dang.
23 seconds. He said, why you out there? It's
Still got a
9:11.
flip phone.
It's 9:11. Shorty was frying chicken before I left the house.
No, it's
Hungry.
9:10.
He be
Tomorrow
hungry
is
as a-
9:11.
And
It is 9/11 tomorrow, huh?
yeah, it is. And the
Oh,
time is
shit.
9:10. It's about to be.
It
It's
was
9:11. It's
when he
9:12.
looked at his phone.
Yeah, it's 9:12 now. Yeah, tomorrow is. No, today is 9:10.
He's got like baby monitors on his
Yeah.
flower. He's like checking to make sure. He's like,
you
you're trying to
okay?
distract me. They know I'm gonna be walking out to the car, not
Shit,
looking.
I got landmarks. Don't nobody know I lost 2 kids already.
Yo, you stupid, man. Yo, this was beautiful, man.
Yeah,
Mindful
man.
exchange,
Mindful
man.
exchange. Please like,
Jay.
comment, and subscribe, and share, please.
Or, yo, shout out your shop one more time.
Yeah,
man.
definitely World Peace, 207 West Water Street. You know, come down, see us, find your peace.
Jay, thank you for visiting, man.
Definitely.
So,
Thank you, man. Thank you.
you gotta come visit us again, man. This was dope, man.
Yeah.
So it's always, you see how we just be chilling, kicking it.
This is my stuff, man. Like I used to do this with a lot of my friends. They moved away. They did their own things, joined the
Yeah.
service, whatever,
Yeah.
started families. So it's cool. You know, I got my brothers, but I'm for whoever we're down with, you know, Chris and Kyle, you know, we talked about doing this. We're like, we sit down and shoot the shit. Like,
Yeah.
but, you know,
And keep
if,
in mind, you the youngest one in the room too, so you're the baby in the room, but you're an engineer. You're very
don't say that. I got all this
successful.
gray hair.
Bruh, you don't know what
He
gray
said
is.
this
I'll
gray
let
hair.
this shit grow up.
Look, I wish we could get a camera up close. This gray hair. He got he ain't gray. He ain't gray hair.
It's
How old
enough
are
to
you?
make me distinguished.
How old are you, bro?
35.
Bro, remember what we was doing? What was I doing?
Yeah, bro, we're well into our 40s, ain't we?
Shit.
Something like that, right?
What? We are, aren't we?
Yeah, but I've been 40 since
I
I
be
was
lying.
18, so
I've been 40 since I was. Yeah, me too. So
Yeah.
okay, so he fits right in then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So
we've all been ahead of our.
Yeah, so you
Way
go,
ahead.
okay, yeah, yeah.
I was
Okay.
an old
And if
married
anybody-
man at
if
20.
anybody's wondering, that cookie, I feel good.
Oh, did
Yeah,
you say
I'm in
that
a
piece?
nice spot.
Can I take that little piece home?
Yeah, there's
I got it right over
there's
here.
one over there. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm to send you guys home with most of the
yeah
stuff
he said
here.
he
Yeah.
was chocolate
Yeah.
and everything, man.
Yeah, chocolate's like 50 milligrams. You have to be careful with that, though.
Okay,
But
so
honestly, the chocolate's not for everybody because it was, like I said, it was an experiment, but it's like white chocolate, and not everyone likes that real sweet kind of.
I don't like sweet stuff.
Yeah. So
I'm
you,
not
you
the
might not
chocolate
want to do
guy.
that. But
But see,
the
that's
brownies
why-
and
Yo,
stuff.
You know
aren't
what?
so
Matter of fact,
You ain't supposed to be in it for the taste.
I ate some.
It's not what it
bad. The cupcake will be good
Fluff
for you
the
though,
taste.
because you can scrape off the frosting
He
if you
said, "You
just like the
sweet.
cake.
You can eat the cupcake, you little pussy." You look
Scrape
about
off the frost.
220. You scary motherfucker. Yeah, this is beautiful though, man.
This is what, man.
Salute you for coming through.
Yes, sir.
It was beautiful. We got to do it again, man.
Thank you guys.
We
Yeah,
will.
we'll share this at the Discord. I've been
Next time,
sharing Brother
I'm gonna
John's
figure
stuff.
out the damn. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna figure out why the fucking microscope didn't
Got
work.
to.
So next time he can come through and hit the trichomes on the.
Yeah, y'all can
Yeah.
check out them trichomes, man.
Yeah, it really didn't do them justice, but on the Discord you could see it.
You know what I wish?
Not
Like
whooping my ass for
if I
not
could find like
figuring it out.
a genie lamp and get 3 wishes, I'll just get 1 wish or 2.
Turn
I
that
would like-
goddamn rusty cell phone off, man. You fucking up the sound. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to mute you again. If you don't turn it off, I'm gonna mute you, bro.
Mute me. I'll just talk louder and they'll hear me through their mics. You gonna mute all the motherfucking mics?
Bro, these mics don't work
But anyway,
like
if
that.
I find
You
a
won't
genie
be
lamp, I
heard.
wish I can like shrink down real small so I can
prove
like
it.
climb into the trichome. So I can climb into the trichomes.
It's world peace, baby.
See the difference?
That's all right.
These is dynamic mics. They don't work like that, bro.
Yeah, the other thing is funny.
You trying to figure shit out on
No.
that box? Look at it. You ain't pressing
I'm
buttons.
just gonna post my own video after the episode's over.
Bad buttons. Yo,
See what happens when you mute me.
yo, appreciate you, Jay.
Yeah,
Well,
appreciate
you
you, bro.
guys-
World
Yes,
peace.
yes. Mindful exchange.
Let's get up out of here, man, before I get kicked out the house.
Shoot. Great work.
Marshall
Great work.
stupid. He started
What is that? Bad Boys. You